Here now for the Gold Coast Titans, 13 metres out from their own goal line. The ball played to Oliver Pascoe, goes left to Fasul Malaawi, and Tino's dumped to the ground, 16 metres out from his own line, and the bright sunshine here on the Gold Coast. Played to Pascoe, goes right to left. Campbell got a short ball away. Fermore's tackled, 21 out from his own line, 20 in from the western touchline. Pascoe sends the ball right, and with a hit up Randall. Chris Randall scored, 27 out from his own goal line. Ball played Pascoe, goes right foot to Waker, but they're going nowhere. Great defence this opening set from Manly. 28 metres out from the Titans line. On the last, Pascoe goes right to left. Kick downfield coming now from Harrison. Straight down the throat of Jason Saab. He heads up over the 30, and he's caught by the chase now, 12 metres short of halfway. So 1 minute gone, no score. Gold Coast at Manly Warringah. Next it's North Queensland and the Dolphins at Lang Park. Here's the Seagulls now in centre field, 5 metres short of halfway. No score on the board. Ball played now by the winger Hopawati. He sends it left to Kohler. Tolotau Kohler's caught a metre short of halfway. 20 in from the eastern touchline by Fasul Malaawi. Played to Simpkin. It comes right to Paseka. Good strong run, Taniela Paseka. He's put to the ground 10 metres in Gold Coast territory. Played to Simpkin. Short side left they go. Through hands away now from Walsh. He linked up with Ethan Bullimore. And Manly on the attack here to within 12 of the line. The ball's being tossed around like a hot potato. Finally tackled 18 metres out for the goal line. Simpkin plays the ball on the last. Comes right to Fogarty. The kick from 20 metres out by the former Titan. Looking for Jason Saab. Saab got there. Tapped it back to Ruben Garrick, who beats AJ Brimson over the line to score the try. So the try has been scored by Jason Saab, or Tom Trebojevic it is in the end. Turbo Tom's got the footy, and Tom Trebojevic is over. He fires an imaginary arrow into the crowd, and Tom Trebojevic scores from the Jamal Fogarty kick. Manly Warringah 4, Gold Coast 0. Kick to come. Great start for Turbo Tom.
Well, it's a great start for Manly in general. And right off this kick-off, they absolutely bashed the Gold Coast Titans in defence. Then they got the ball back, and their very first set make a break up the middle of the field. And then on last play, they get the kick right. They get it right on the money. You got Saab who gets up and above everyone, taps it back, and the man on the spot, Tom Trebojevic, just waiting for it, lands right in the breadbasket, as simple as you like. It was like the perfect pass there from Saab. And he goes over as easy as you like. That is a pretty easy try there for Manly. What a start.
Yeah, right into Trebojevic's guts in the end from the tap back by Saab. Travis Mayne's down on the touchline.
Oh, what a start for Manly and Kieran Foran there. And all off that little Joey Walsh half break there. Just snuck his sort of head through, picked up an extra 10 or 20 metres. Pinpoint kick there, and just too easy for Tom Trebojevic there. His 7th try of the season.
So now Jamal Fogarty, 18 metres out, 18 in from the western touchline. Manly 4, Gold Coast 0. And we've had but 3 minutes of play. Montate scores around the grounds after the kick from Jamal Fogarty. It's 18 metres in from touch. 4-0 Seagulls, just like that. First set, kicked by Fogarty, knocked back by Saab, but Tom Trebojevic. Here's Fogarty with the right boot. Moves in, strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. So Manly off to a blinding start, leading 6-0 over Gold Coast, and we've only had 2.5 minutes of play. Around the grounds, NRLW. Brisbane 6, leading West Tigers 4 at Langlands Park. Caitlin Irwin scored first for the Broncos, and Sarah Togatuki has scored a try for the West Tigers. Jersey Flegg full-time. Canterbury 38 defeated West Tigers 12. Second half, Roosters 26 leading Melbourne 24. Second quarter AFL, Hawthorn 54 leading Richmond 18. Here's the kick-off from Jaden Campbell. And the Titans want to show some authority surely in defence. As from the kick-off, they have it only 15 metres out for their own line, Manly, in that northeast corner of the ground. And they work their way over the 20 in from touch eastern side. Defence coming here from Fasul Malaawi and Pascoe. Simpkin, short side left Bullimore. He's knocked to the ground. 30 out from his own line, 15 in from touch. Played to Simpkin, comes open side right. Jake Trebojevic out the back for Fogarty. Great pick up by Trebojevic. Tom Trebojevic, and the tackle now of Campbell and Brimson. 34 metres out from the Manly line, 10 in from the western touchline. Played to Fogarty. He sends it away left edge. The crowd trying to lift the Gold Coast here. 8 short of halfway Manly. The ball played by Garrick. Comes left. Joey Walsh kicks it downfield. And dropping back for it for the Titans is the winger Iramiah. He returns it over the 20. Caught 21 out from his own goal line. Good chase by the Seagulls. Headed by Bullimore. Now it comes to the left side. for the Titans. The defence coming on Kenny, 24 out from the Titans line. In over the top was Olakawatu, played to Pascoe. He works it left. And now Sami caught, 31 out from his own line. Olakawatu involved again. Here's Kenny. He sends the ball to the right edge for the Gold Coast side, within 12 of halfway. Picked up Pascoe, darts from dummy half, and then lost the ball. I think he was looking to pass it, and the ball slips out of his hands. So a mistake from the Titans means a Manly Ringer scrum feed, 5 metres in Gold Coast territory. Almost 5 minutes gone, Louis. Manly 6, Gold Coast 0. It's a nervous start here from the Titans.
Yeah, well, it's a bit of a problem for the Gold Coast Titans at the moment, because I was watching their forwards get back on side. They didn't get back on side till play 4. Now, it's 5 minutes into the game. They weren't ready. They had nowhere to go, and they're coming up with errors already, coming out of their own half and gifting Manly field position. For me, they look super flat and super tired at the moment, the Gold Coast Titans.
So now the restart from the scrum, and it comes to the right. Olakawatu, way to Trebojevic to Saab, down the western touchline. See you later. He went straight into fifth gear and burned past Philip Sami. Jason Saab, a reminder of his speed, and the Gold Coast, I have no idea where they were in defence. 5.5 gone, and already it's Manly Ringer 10, Gold Coast 0. Speed kills, and Jason Saab has plenty of that, Louis.
Oh, absolutely. But there wasn't a whole lot doing here. It was just a simple scrum play. Like I said, the Gold Coast Titans looked a little bit flat, but then just get a little bit of a block play out the back to Tom Trebojevic, and then just gets Saab at full speed. Everyone else looked like they were running on a treadmill when he got the ball. Geez, it's good to watch when you see a winger that's got speed like that and Saab just flying down a sideline. And he doesn't even look like he's putting any effort into that run. He looks like he's jogging, and he's still pulling away from him. Outstanding try, great start, Manly, and a real poor start for the Gold Coast Titans.
Tell you what, Travis, mate, Saab made Philip Sami look like a plotter.
Well, as Louis said, the Titans are dead set asleep in. One player you cannot give 10 metres to when you're outside is Jason Saab. Now, Phil Sami's learnt that out the hard way there. He's had a great season, Sami, but he just gave Saab way too much space, and he was never going to catch him when he's on the run there. Great start, Manly. They're out of the blocks here.
Trav, you're the local, but I'm looking overhead, mate. I'm getting worried that you're going to get wet.
I've got my Bunnings umbrella here, and I'm ready to get it open, boys, so I'm prepared, but it is looking a little bit ominous coming over there from the east.
Yeah, is it? So here's the kick from Fogarty, 23 metres out, 14 in from the western touch line. Back on. Manly Warringah lead 10-0. Fogarty strikes it, but across the face, no goal. He's 1 from 2. Goal King Whisper, you didn't like how that was lined up?
No, he lined it up to the left-hand side of the post and went that way.
So 10-0. You make it sound simple.
It's easy to talk about. Execution will be a little bit harder, Andrew.
West Tigers kick a goal successful in the NRLW. It's now 6-all between West and Brisbane. Jersey flag, Roosters score. They lead Melbourne 32-24. And AFL second quarter, Hawthorn 61 leading Richmond 18. Here with Luke Lewis, Travis Main. I'm Andrew Moore. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. As the Manly side, this is oh so easy for them in the opening 7 minutes, leading by 10 points to 0. The half-foot takes the hit up from the kick-off, and now it comes to the right edge. 21 out from their own goal line. Ball played to Simpkin. Comes right to Paseka, and he's floored. He lost the ball in the tackle, so there's the error maybe the Gold Coast needed. Harrison picked it up. He sent it right edge to Fafita, and Jojo's caught. 28 out from the Manly Ringer line, 10 in from the eastern touch line. Plays it, and they work it open side left again, the Gold Coast. Getting to within 22 of the line, trailing 10-0 early doors. Pascoe swings it left to Randall. Short ball to Fasul Malaawi. And Tino's going to be caught. 19 out from the Manly Ringer goal line. He's to his feet. Plays the ball now to Pascoe. He sends it away right. Randall got it to Fodawaker. Body's in motion. He's over the 10. Put to the ground. 8 metres out from the goal line by Bullimore. Pascoe. Left it goes. Harrison juggled it. But Manly, as you hear, inside the 10. So a set restart goes to the Gold Coast Titans on the attack for the first time. Pascoe sends it right. Randall got into some heavy defence at 11 metres out for the goal line, courtesy in the first place of Simpkin. Now played, goes away, back on the inside to Bo Firma. Big hop, skip and a jump from Bo. He straightens and caught. 9 metres out for the Manly Ringer line by Jake Trebojevic. Played to Pascoe, goes right to Harrison. Flat pass away that time to the second rower, making some ground was Howe. He got the ball away in the tackle too on the bounce to Fodawaker 10 metres out. Sends it left to Randall. They keep it alive. alive to Campbell. Jaden Campbell put the don't argue on. Fogarty let him go. So did Simpkin. Still got it, Campbell. He's going backwards, sideways, everywhere. Got the pass away back to support. Did Jaden Campbell, and now Fodawaker scored 8 out from the goal line. Play to Pascoe, goes right Randall, away to Harrison, then he links up for Feeder, got the pass out to the wing, and crossing over to score is Jeremiah. Gold Coast hit back in the northeast corner of the ground. Dean Jeremiah finishes it off to score the try. So one mistake from Manly was all Gold Coast needed to get a sniff. Seagulls 10, Gold Coast 4, 9 minutes gone. What a 9 minutes it's been, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, a lot of action in 9 minutes at the moment in this game. It's 14 points, it's only 10 minutes in, and I tell you what, as soon as they went to the right, it's like they had them shot for numbers. There's a couple of bad decisions there from the Manly side in defence, but really nice pass execution there as well from Jojo Fafita, just to get the ball out wide there to find Jeremiah open space, and it was just as easy as you like. He had to dive over. There wasn't much coming at him, but put this down to the play before. They just kept that ball alive. They kept that offloading. They get the ball at left, right, and they just sort of made Manly move around. And then they got that decision right at the end, going to that right edge.
Travis Main, we haven't yet had 10 minutes of play and already 3 tries.
Oh, we're earning our money today, boys. No one's too interested in defending out here, but a nice moment there for Dean Jeremiah. I spoke to him during the week. He said he nearly gave the game away. He had back-to-back Achilles and ACL injuries. He was let go by the Melbourne Storm and sort of fought his way back through Ipswich Jets last year, back in the NRL last week against his old club. So, hot start here.
Yeah, if the weather's not hot, the attack has been. I'm not sure about the defence. And Jaden Campbell, 25 metres out, a metre in from the far touch line, will attempt the conversion. Manly Ring at 10, Gold Coast 4. Next it is the Dolphins against North Queensland at Lang Park. So Jaden Campbell, tough first kick for him. So Tom Trebojevic and Jason Saab tries for Manly. Dean Jeremiah for the Gold Coast inside the first 10 minutes of the game. Here's Campbell with the right boot. Moves in, he strikes it, heading towards the post, off the upright, no goal, missed near side. 6 the difference still. Seagulls 10, Titans 4, 10 minutes and 40 seconds gone. Round the grounds, NRLW first half. Jessie Southwell has scored a try, the Broncos halfback, and she's converted. Brisbane 12, West Tigers 6. That's a battle between 2 unbeaten teams. Full time now in the Jersey Flag. A win for the Sydney Roosters over the Melbourne Storm, 32 points to 24. In the Queensland Cup first half, winner Manly 4, leading Ipswich 0. AFL second quarter, Hawthorn 67, Richmond 18. So from the kick-off, the Gold Coast, they'll be buoyed by that response. And Mweki Fodawaker hits it up 8 metres out from his own goal line is where he's put to the ground. He plays it and he comes left edge this time for the Gold Coast Titans. 15 out from their own line. The ball played now with a try scorer, Jeremiah. Comes right to left. Pascoe to Fasil Malaawi. He's caught. 22 out from his own goal line. Played to Pascoe. Dummies goes himself over the 30. Wrapped up 34 out from his own line. Plays it now to Campbell. Comes to the left with a kick downfield. Heading over the 30-metre line and over the western touch line. I think he was looking for a 40-20, but he had nowhere near the depth. It'll be a Manly Ring to play the ball. 30 out from its own line, 11 and a half minutes gone at Robina Stadium. And it's 10-4. You know what I'm feeling like, Louis, standing here on the western side of the field? I feel like I'm on a roller coaster.
Why?
I feel like I'm at the Robina roller coaster. We keep hearing about it, the up and down nature of the games here. And I think we've already gone up the first steep incline and going around a few corners as Manly has the footy and they get a set restart as Bullimore is tackled 7 metres short of halfway. Plays the ball to Simpkin. Comes right to Jake Trebojevic. He links up then in centre field. He's put to the ground on halfway. He plays the ball now to Simpkin. Goes left, Jake Trebojevic. Turns it in Paseka. Runs into Randall and Fasil Malaawi. About 8 metres in Gold Coast territory. Manly with it up 10-4. Simpkin goes right to Jake Trebojevic to Fogarty. Turns it into Olakawatu. He's going to be taken by Fermor and Fodawaker. About 32 out from the Gold Coast line. In fact, edges his way to the 30. Plays the ball to Simpkin. Goes left, Tom Trebojevic away. Joey Joey Walsh to Bullimore. He's going to be taken out wide. 19 out for the Gold Coast line. 18 in from touch eastern side. Played on the last tackle. Goes left to Walsh. The ball nearly intercepted by the Gold Coast. Still the last. Trebojevic. He flicks it back. Through hand it goes. Fogarty puts it on the toe. Along the ground. Darting back Keanu Kenny. Hoping it goes over the dead ball line. And his hope and wish is granted. 20-metre tap. 7 tackles set for the Titans, who showed more resolve in that set of 6 defensively. 13 minutes gone, and it's Manly 10, Gold Coast 4, and a quick restart sees them up over their own 30.
Well, they had to turn them away on that occasion, the Gold Coast Titans. A couple of nice reads out wide and forced Manly back in field. That was a poor kick there from Fogarty. He expected to get that right, and he had a one-on-one opportunity just to put a little crossfield over to Saab, but opted to take the short little grubber kick and got a 7-tackle set there for their liking, the Gold Coast Titans.
Mahau tackled just short of halfway. Plays it goes right to left. Jaden Campbell away to Randall, or was it Fermor? Fermor's tackled. 8 metres in Manly Ringers half. Played to Pascoe, goes right to Randall, then away to Harrison. Beautiful defence. Ball and all tackle from Joey Walsh. 39 out from the Manly goal line. Now it's played, comes left to Fasul Malaawi. He's tackled 32 out. He's struggling to have impact in games, Big Tino. Let's see if he can turn that around. He's got the mixed coloured boots tonight. Now it's Campbell. Was that the last tackle? He ran straight into the defence. Change over. 18 out from the Manly Ringer line. Seagulls 10. Titans 4. 14 gone. Let's check in on the touchline. Travis Main.
The interesting start there. A couple of poor ends to sets there. Jaden Campbell sort of running on the last, and Jamal Fogarty kicking it dead. Manly have been struggling to ice games out. I think Fogarty's going to have to step up. We just see Kobe Hetherington coming into the action here.
Yeah, he's the first interchange, Trav, as Manly 29 out from their own line, leading by 10 points to 4. Ball played to Simpkin. Comes right edge to Olakawatu. And great lead drive. 5 post contact metres. Finally put down. 10 metres short of halfway by Pascoe and also Campbell. Jake Trebojevic goes left to Walsh. Sent away to Tom Trebojevic. He links up with Talatap. Kohler is quick. Beat one tackle. Taken by Jeremiah. 31 out from the line. 3 in from the eastern touchline. Play that comes right to Tom Trebojevic. Darts across field. Floats the pass to Fogarty. Long ball away to Garrick. Garrick steps off his right boot. Then straightens. Collared. 22 out from the line. Over the top came Fermor. Played on the last tackle. It spun to the right. Short side. Kick from Fogarty. Towering kick near the goal line. Turbo or Saab. Saab got their first. Flicked it back to Campbell, but he was already deemed held. Change over. Gold Coast survived. 2 out from the Titans line. Quarter of an hour gone. Manly Rinker 10. Gold Coast 4. And from the restart, Fermor's caught Louis. 8 metres, not 18. 8 out from the Gold Coast line.
Yeah, well, both sides. A bit of an arm wrestle now. Both sides getting upfield nicely. They're getting to a kick and they're competing on their plays. But I can understand why Saab has been going up and patting it back, because he gets up so high. I think that's here's the Gold Coast Titans now getting a penalty for Manly being inside the 10. But I'd keep going to Saab, trying to get that tap back. They'll get a lot of success there.
And that's a penalty rather than a set restart for inside the 10, because it happened inside the Gold Coast 20-metre line. So that's the first penalty of the game for either side. And Gold Coast fine touch 6 metres short of halfway. 10-4 to Manly. We've had 16 minutes of play. From the tap, it's Fafito's court. 2 metres in Seagulls territory. 10 in from the eastern touchline. Plays the ball now and they spin it away. Right to left, Campbell. Turns it into Fodawaker in midfield. And Mwecki's standing in the tackle. Now he's going to be claimed. 6 metres in Manly's half. Ball played to Pascoe. Goes left to Campbell. Back on the inside to Brimson. Right foot step past Simpkin. No, Simpkin held on around the ankles. Jake Trebojevic in over the top. Along with Olakawatu. 34 out from the goal line. 20 in from touch in front of us, western side. Fodawaker goes right. Randall. He got the pass away to Fasul Malawi. Pass to Trebojevic. He got a flick pass back to support and Pascoe. He dives over to score a brilliant try for the Gold Coast. What about the run and the flick pass from Fasul Malawi? Pascoe scores. 16 minutes 40 gone. Manly Ringa 10. Gold Coast 8. Kick to come from in front.
Well, Big Tino, he steps up when something needs to happen for the Gold Coast Titans, and he comes up with a huge carry here. A really nice little tip on and he just punches straight through the hole there. And what about the footwork, like you said, in the backfield, just takes on Tom Trebojevic, and he's going to go himself, but he just gets pulled down from behind, and he goes, you know what, I'll show you another little bit of skill I got here, everyone, and just flicks it out the back of his right hand and hits Pascoe on the chest, under the sticks, and Gold Coast right back in this game now.
That was brilliant. That's Titans all over, Trav. They can be that brilliant, can't they?
Yeah, well, they have a lot of success scoring outside those longer range tries. As I said, they're not too good inside the 20-metre zone, but if they get a bit of momentum or play through the middle there, a really nice run by Tino. And Ollie Pascoe, he's been a huge find for them this year. Plucked him out of the Queensland Cup last year at Ipswich Jets. That's his second try. He's made that number 9 jersey his own.
Yeah, he's a Gunnedah boy, debuting at 26 years of age. And we spoke to him Thursday night. Great fella. Here's Jaden Campbell from in front, and he kicks the goal. He's 1 out of 2, and just like that, we're level. 10-all, Gold Coast and Manly Warringah after 18 minutes of play. NRL Sunday on ABC Sport. Around the grounds, another try to Brisbane Broncos in the NRLW at Langlands Park. Kerry Johnston scores. Brisbane 16, West Tigers 6. New South Wales Cup first half, Canterbury Bankstown and Western Suburbs Magpies no score. Queensland Cup first half, Townsville 6 leading PNG Hunters 0. And Wynnum Manly leading Ipswich 10 points to 0. Second quarter of a very lopsided AFL game. Hawthorn 81, Richmond 18. And our taxi driver from this morning, from the airport here to Robina Stadium, won't be too happy. He's a Richmond Tigers, I think he said, member for 44 years. And lives here but heads to Melbourne every couple of weeks. So from the kick-off, it's Gold Coast. 13 out from their own goal line. He might even follow the AFL more than Michael Carianis does. That's saying something. Now on the 20, Pascoe. Short side right to Arama Howe. He's tackled, 28 out from his own line, 15 in from the eastern touchline by Bullimore. Played to the try scorer Pascoe. Goes left, through hands, Kinney away to Fasil Malawi. Beats one tackle, and just after I said he's been struggling to have impact in games, Tino, he's having all impact in the world. 13 short of halfway. Played to Pascoe. Goes to Kinney. Keanu Kinney, or as Gibbsy calls him, Mini Kinney, tackled 3 short of halfway by Simpkin. Played on the last. It comes left to Campbell. Up goes the midfield roost. Easy for Tom Trebojevic, or should be and is. He catches it 11 out from his own line, takes on Brimson and knocked to the deck. Right on the Manly Warringah 20-metre line. 18 minutes 40 gone. Gold Coast 10, Manly 10. Bladen comes left to Saab. He's wrapped up 29 out from his own line. Lou, remember the days where this looked way too easy for Manly? That was only about 10 minutes ago.
I know, isn't it crazy how quickly it just changed? Manly were just doing it at ease. They're making metres. They're bashing the Gold Coast Titans, really, in defence. But now, they've just got a little bit of a sniff, Gold Coast, and they're right back in this game.
So now Manly on halfway. Ball played by Habawadi. It comes to the left edge. They get 10 metres inside Gold Coast territory. It's played there by one of the replacements who's on there, Kobe Hetherington, and kicked downfield. Kinney on the 10-metre line for the Gold Coast with a catch, and he got a pass away in the tackle as well to Fafita, and he scored. He managed to beat Simpkin, finally put down 22 out from his own line, 20 in from the eastern touchline. Now it comes open side left to Iremaya. He's wrapped up outside. He's 30 for the Gold Coast. 10 all the score. 19 minutes 30 gone here at Robina. Now it's Philip Sami in centre field, wrapped up 7 metres short of halfway by Jake Trebojevic. Played to Pascoe. Goes right to Kinney. Hit and spin back to Harrison. And then he links up with support, but the pass to Aramahau goes astray. That was poor from the Gold Coast. Recovered here nicely by Manly Warringah as they go down the touchline and Tom Trebojevic knocks on. So no advantage, says referee Adam G. It'll come back to be a Manly Warringah ball. We've had 20 and a bit minutes of play. Titans 10, Sea Eagles 10, as all of that just got a little bit sloppy, but it will be a Manly Warringah scrum feed. Luke Lewis, 4 metres in Gold Coast territory.
Getting a little bit happy, offload happy at the moment, Gold Coast Titans. They've still got to do a little bit of the hard work coming out of their own end. They've got to wrap the ball under their arm, get to a certain point, maybe give a little bit of a shift to take some easy metres and then get to a kick. You can't be putting your teammate under pressure like that with Manly. They love to score points from this area of the field, so here they go now with the scrum feed.
And they win it. Fogarty sends it centre field right to Kobe Hetherington, and he's tackled 8 metres in Gold Coast territory. Ball's going to be played now to Simpkin. They go left again. Luke Brooks, and here's another mistake from Manly. Gee, that was pretty meat by Taniela Paseka. He put it down cold, and Gold Coast will get the scrum feed. 9 short of halfway.
Yeah, and you've got Tom Trebojevic coming from the field at the moment, so that's interesting.
Let's go down to the touchline. Travis Main, what are you seeing down there?
Yeah, Turbo just signalled to the trainers to come and have a look at him. They immediately brought him off the field. Looks like I think Josh Fellerty might be coming into the game here, but I'll find out there. But it didn't look good. He was hobbling on one leg.
He's straight up the tunnel too, Travis, is Tom Trebojevic.
And it's his body language is saying that he's done something, because you can see him grabbing his head and he's filthy with himself for what's happened.
So yeah, he's gone up the tunnel. Tom Trebojevic. Meanwhile, Gold Coast 2 short of halfway. Sami plays it. Comes right, Randall tackle. 4 metres in Sea Eagles territory. And as Travis May mentioned, Josh Fellerty on the field now for the Sea Eagles. And it looks like Kohler going back to fullback. Fasumalawi, great run up the middle. He's caught 32 out from the goal line. Play to Pascoe. Goes left to Harrison. Bodies in motion. Campbell then to Brimson. His tip-on went forward to Philip Sami. Well, one team here needs to calm down, Louis. It's fun to watch, but the mistakes are coming thick and fast. Mind you, the crowd didn't love that call of a forward pass, but AJ Brimson with the second straight tip-on. The first one went to him from Campbell, but it was Brimson's to Philip Sami that's deemed forward, and I reckon it probably was.
Well, he tips the ball on in front of the 30-metre line and lands over the other side of the 30-metre line on that one. So unlucky there, forward pass, but you're right, they just got to settle down both sides, just get back into the flow of things, get through a couple of sets, kick the corners, build the game.
So now Manly with the footy, 32 out from their own goal line from the scrum win. The second plays, and it comes to the right. Fogarty, Olakawatu, Garrick. Then away to Saab again. Hello, where is everyone? Oh, Big Peter Roadrunner. He's away from everybody. Straight through Keanu Kinney, and Jason Saab, who's looking more like Usain Bolt, has over to score his second try. 23 minutes gone. Manly Ringer back in front. Seagulls 14, Gold Coast 10. Again, I have no idea what's happening to the Titans' defence, Louis, but watching Jason Saab run is an absolute treat.
Yeah, absolutely. It's not very often do you get to see him in open space. This time we've seen it twice in the same location, run the same down the same sideline. But you know what's funny? He's absolutely flying. But when you're watching him run, he's not running that quick. He's just gliding through the air. It's amazing how easy he makes it look. But he just goes around Keanu Kinney like he didn't exist.
I mean, it's stupid watching someone that quick.
Like he
It makes it
seriously
look effort. What about when he got past Kinney? It's almost like he smiled like, oh, just kidding. Like,
but it's effortless. It's so effortless watching him run. It's phenomenal.
that is crazy. Touchline, Travis Main.
Oh, I just got up to go see what happened to Turbo, and all of a sudden Jason Saab sprinting past me. I tried to keep up with him, but I couldn't.
Did you feel the wind as he went by?
Yeah, I think the Hamole Olakwati just chimed in that little backline play off the scrum there and sort of stripped the Titans for numbers. Phil Sami came in, made a poor decision. All of a sudden they're away again. So looks like not too many people are interested in defending today.
Well, plenty of thrills and spills, that's for sure, and that came from a Gold Coast error, the forward pass from AJ Brimson. Manly 14, Gold Coast 10, 15 minutes 40 to go in the first half. You're with Luke Lewis, Travis May, and I'm Andrew Moore here on NRL Sunday. Next it is Dolphins and North Queensland at Lang Park. Here's Fogarty, 22 metres out, 14 in from the western touchline. 2 tries for Jason Saab. The Titans defenders haven't got within a bull's roar of him. Here's Fogarty, moves in, strikes it, it's across the face. No goal, and I wonder whether the wind and the breeze here at Robina is having an impact on the goal kicking. Fogarty 1 from 3, Campbell 1 from 2. Manly Ringer back in front, 14 points to 10. 15 and a half minutes to go in the half. Around the grounds now, half-time, as the rain is coming here at Robina. Half-time NRLW. Broncos 22, West Tigers 6. I'm told there's a stunning try by the Broncos. Tamika Upton throwing the ball back in as she's going over the dead ball line, and Chelsea Lenadusi scoring the try, the veteran forward. Broncos 22, Tigers 6 here in the NRLW. Gold Coast 50, pumped the Parramatta Eels 12. From the kick-off, Paseka's over the 10, scored 14 out from his own line. New South Wales Cup first half, West Magpies 6, leading Canterbury Bankstown 0, as now Manly working to their own 20. In the Queensland Cup, Townsville 18, leading the PNG Hunters 0, Winner Manly 26, leading Ipswich 0, half-time AFL Hawthorn 81, leading Richmond 18. Meanwhile, it is the Manly Ringer side with it 30 out from their own goal line. Olakau'atu plays it. Comes left, here's half a break. The ball pops up for Garrick and it's forward.
Oh, that's not forward. I'm right in line, but that was not forward.
It was a ball from the winger coming through. Lehigh Obawati looked a great pass live to Ruben Garrick. It was away, but immediately Adam G called a forward pass. And
that was not forward.
It is right in line with you, Louis, like literally. That is the Luke Lewis line. So it's going to be a Gold Coast scrum feed, 3 metres in Manly territory. Repeating, Tom Trebojevic off the field into the tunnel, injured. We get more news as we get it. Scrum fed and won by the Gold Coast. It comes left to Philip Sami. Poked his head through, but cleaned up by Garrick. 38 metres out from the Manly line. I guess it's the Gold Coast turn now. Played to Pascoe. Goes right. Campbell to Fasua Malaawi. And Tino backs his way into the defence. 34 metres out from the Seagulls line. Dummy half Pascoe. Comes left to Randall, middle of the ground. Then away to Harrison. Dummies and caught ball and all by Olakau'atu. 23 out from the goal line. Now Pascoe goes right foot Waker with the right foot step. He bounces into the defence of Hetherington. 11 out from the goal line. Gold Coast down 14-10 but on the attack. Pascoe sends it right. Campbell away. Through hands quickly. Tip on by Fafita for Meyer. Steps back in field. And he's collected 8 metres out. 10 in from touch in the northeast corner. Played on the last. Harrison puts in a crossfield kick. Coming through Sami. Up goes Saab. Saab lost it. Brimson will pick it up. 6 more tackles for Gold Coast. Brimson's wrapped up and stands in the Ruben Garrick tackle. 7 out. 5 in from touch. Northwest corner of Robina Stadium. Plays the ball to Fermor. Goes to the right. Campbell away to Fodawaker. He scored 9 out from the Manly line. 14-10 to the Seagulls. 13 and a half left in the half. Pascoe goes right. Randall turns it into Fasua Malaawi. Tino's tackled 8 metres out from the goal line. Right in front of the post to our left. Dummy half Pascoe. Works it left, Harrison to Campbell. Campbell, zip, got away from 2. Then tried to duck under Jake Trebojevic. Got the pass away to Kinney. He kept it going right. Gold Coast 5 metres out from the line. Ball played now, and it comes away right edge to Aramahau, but he went nowhere. 3 metres out. Played to Pascoe. Barrows from dummy half. And little Ollie's got another one. Adam G points to the spot. Pascoe got in. Burrow, there's a huge gap between marker and first defender. Oliver Pascoe and Jason Saab both have doubles. Who had that on the bingo card? 14 all. Kick to come next to the post. Great instincts by Oliver Pascoe. 12 minutes 30 left in the half. Luke Lewis.
Yeah, you're right. The instincts just took over here from Pascoe, and it's really good work. And he looks down. He sees a bit of an open line, but a little bit of space inside him, and he goes, I'm going to have a crack here. And I'll tell you what, he shows some speed when he picks the ball up, and he just takes off at 100 miles an hour. He gets down nice and low, and it just dives over as easy as you like. It's an outstanding try, great vision, and the Gold Coast Titans will be back in front in a matter of seconds.
Yeah, kick to come 10 metres out just to the right of the post. And Travis was giving him a rap. We mentioned we spoke to this young bloke, Oliver Pascoe, on Thursday. Terrific guy, just loving every moment of this opportunity this year in the NRL. And to see him produce the goods like that was the work of a very experienced hooker. Here's Jaden Campbell, 10 out next to the post. 14 all the score, and this to give Gold Coast its first lead of the day. Strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. He's 2 out of 3. Gold Coast 16. Manly Warringah 14. 28 and a half minutes gone down to the touchline. Travis May.
Yeah, nice double there for Ollie Pascoe. The big news coming out of the Manly side is Tom Trebojevic. He's gone for the game. It's a right hamstring issue. I think it's only minor at this stage. He won't be back, but interestingly, it's not the left hamstring which has kept him out early this year. This is a fresh injury to the other side.
I must admit, Trav, I just hear the word hamstring and nothing seems minor about that when it's Tom Trebojevic. Let's hope that's not the case, and that it is in fact very minor as Manly now complicate things. Ruben Garrick kicks it over the eastern touchline on the full. That means an automatic penalty to the Titans in the centre of halfway. Things falling apart for the Seagulls here. Gold Coast 16, Manly Ringer 14, as the roller coaster at Robina is in full swing. And the Gold Coast will be able to build some tremendous pressure here. And I don't know whether it's because of the wind, but they take the tap instead of kicking for touch, and Fasil Malaawi gains 11 metres. He'll play at 39 out from the Manly Ringer goal line to Pascoe. Goes to the left, Campbell away to Fermor, and Bo's tackled about 31 out from the goal line, 18 in from the western touchline. Played to Pascoe. Short side left to AJ Brimson. Brimson skips over the 20, got away from Paseka, and now wrapped up about 17 metres out from the line. 10 in from touch on the western side, and he was caught there by Garrick. Now they spread it right. Harrison away to Kinney. Cut out pass over the top of Dean Eremiah, over the top of everyone. Flick back before it went over the touchline, and somehow Gold Coast still have it. Arama Howe dives on it, 25 out from the line.
How'd that happen?
I don't know. Manly's just stopped. Now it comes left. That looks like Cooper By on the field. It is his first touch. And he's wrapped up 13 metres out from the line. Played very, very quickly to Pascoe. Goes right edge. And now the tackle comes, and that's a changeover 4 metres out from the line. It's being tackled, Arama Howe. So Manly, they get away with it, but just. It's 16-14 to the Titans, half an hour gone. There's been some spectacular things, some silly things, and the seriousness of a hamstring injury to Tom Trbojevic, as Manly right near that eastern touchline have it, 19 out from their own line. Felity, he plays it, and it comes right to Bullimore. He's caught 23 out from his own line. Now they work it away, open side right. Hetherington, right up the middle. Maybe that's the kind of run they needed. He's caught 28 out from his own line. Plays it to Simpkin, goes right to Nathan Brown on the field. He gained about 15. Caught 10 short of halfway, plays on the last. Simpkin goes right, Fogarty from inside the 40. Oh, towering torpedo punt. Good luck, Keanu. Oh, he took it easily. Kinney, 15 out from his own line, heads over the 20. Now claimed 27 out from his own line. That was deliberate. Took a long time to leave Fogarty's boot, but Kinney didn't seem to care. As Tino Faasua-Malaawi is about to be replaced here for the Gold Coast Titans. Just an interchange, and on comes Cleese Haas. But that was a wonderful opening half hour from Tino. It's now the Gold Coast Pascoe. Comes to the left side as they venture into Manly Ringer territory by about 7 metres or so. Played now by Paxton, who's on the field. Josh Paxton. Harrison goes right to Jaden Campbell. He's wrapped up ball and all on that eastern side there by Felity. About 37 out for the line on the last. Pascoe goes short side right to Harrison. Up goes the kick near the eastern touchline, and that is an absolute horror from Zane Harrison out in the full. So, gee, we've seen some brilliance mixed in with some horror stuff here.
Yeah, well, that was bizarre. It's a tough kick to get away. When you go down a short side, you haven't got much room to play with. They've got a little bit of pressure. You should have come to the open side and got someone to put a kick up, but not to be. Goes out on the full, but I tell you what, the Gold Coast Titans are looking promising. They look like there's a lot of opportunity out there for them.
8 left in the half, 16-14 to the Titans. Brown got a pass nearly forward to his right to Jake Trbojevic, and he's going to be put to the ground a metre in Gold Coast territory there by Paxton. It's played now, and it comes left edge again for the Seagulls, Nathan Brown. He's floored 11 metres in Gold Coast territory, 20 in from touch on that eastern side. Ball played to Simpkin, comes right to Fogarty, plays out the back, through hands, it comes now to Ruben Garrick, takes on AJ Brimson, Campbell over in support with Fermor, and he's shoved to the ground, 30 out from the Titans line, 10 in from the western touchline, Saab dummy half, goes left to Ola Kawatu, he strolls straight past Pascoe, into the defensive Cleese Haas, stands in the tackle, 17 out, releases the call from Adam G, played on the last, it goes left to Walsh, then away through hands, Kohler, he got the pass away to Felity, he dived over in the corner, Josh Felity, the replacement for Turbo Tomo's over to score. 7 minutes left in the half, and Manly hits back again. After a kick out on the full from Harrison, Manly scores a try. Felity's over. 7 minutes to go first half. Manly back in front. Seagulls 18, Gold Coast 16 with a kick to come. Although, is it all kosher? near the touchline. He may have lost the ball. He did, Louis. I'm not writing that one in.
No, you tell you what, he did all the hard work, absolutely flying down the sideline. He gets himself in the position he was going to stay in the field of play, but he just doesn't get that ball hand that's carrying the ball down with pressure. It's a really nice play there from, I can't see what it is, but it might have been Jojo Fafita that makes a bit of a play at the arm, and it's knock on, and there'll be a 20-metre restart.
So, all the players are ready. It's still with the bunker.
Leading up to this. Josh remains in the field of play. He loses position over the trial line, and the ball now goes touching goal. We have a decision.
That's Ashley Klein in the bunker, so it remains Gold Coast 16, Manly Ringer 14, no try to Josh Velity, and a 6 tackle set from a 20-metre restart for the Gold Coast. Velity is millimetres away from scoring a try down that left wing. The Gold Coast remains in front. They have a 26 out from their own line from the restart. Fermor plays it to Pascoe. He sends it to the right edge as the Titans just cross over their 30-metre line. Now they work it left to Cooper by, away to Haas. Cleese Haas is caught, 10 metres short of halfway by Jake Trebojevic. Play quickly to Pascoe. Sends the ball right to Kinney. He's caught 1 metre in Manly Ringer territory, right in centre field at the northern end. Play to Pascoe. Goes right to By, then away to Harrison. Cut out pass, beautiful. For Peter, he's got support. He gets a one-handed pass back and short of the goal line. Ball pops out the back as well. And Gold Coast are in for an amazing try. Finished off by Jojo Fafita. He's over next to the post. And what a passing game that was from the Titans. Fafita's in. 6 minutes 10 left in the first half. That was truly spectacular. Gold Coast 20, Manly Ringer 14 with a kick to come, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, I think it was Patterson that comes up with the last pass, but what about this pass here from Zane Harris? He goes across field, beautiful little cutout pass, and then Jojo Fafita absolutely punching and flying into a hole. And then he goes, he knew he wasn't going to get there. But was Patterson, as he's going out, he just pops the ball out the back, and Jojo Fafita goes, thank you, mate, I'll take it back and score right next to the post. That is outstanding skill all round there from the Gold Coast Titans.
Down to the touchline, Travis Main.
Oh, what a huge couple of minutes there from Jojo Fafita. That's essentially a 12-point turnaround. He pulled off the try-saving tackle on Josh Velity down in the other corner there. Bursts through the line, backs up, scores his 6th try of the season, I think, there. And he's come off a huge Origin series for Queensland, full of confidence. Titans, they're on top here. Who would have thought that after the first 5 minutes of this game?
Unreal. Gold Coast 20, Manly Ringer 14, and Jaden Campbell kicks the goal from close range. He's 3 out of 4. 22 points to 14. Gold Coast over Manly Ringer, 5 left in the half. So Jojo Fafita, not only what Trav was saying there about his defensive effort, he got that great pass away to Paxton, 20 metres out, hit the deck, got up again, sprinted, and was there to receive the flick pass from Paxton. That's unreal athleticism.
Absolutely, but that pass too, that was unbelievable from Paxton. They just, as he's going down, he knows he can't hit the ground with the ball carrying arm. He just flicks it up as he's about to touch the ground, and it just lands perfectly in Jojo Fafita's
That
arm.
was Arthur Beetson-esque.
Yeah, and what about that defensive display as well? To stop that try, that's huge.
So that's a minimum 10-point Jojo Fafita few minutes there. As Gold Coast return the kickoff via Cooper By, and he's going to play it 15 out from his own goal line. Well, this game has had plenty of thrills, that's for sure. 22-14 in the first 35 minutes. Now they work right edge to Cleese Haas. Gold Coast, and he's held in the tackle, 33 out from his own line. 20 metres in from touch on that eastern side. Played to Pascoe. Goes left to Kinney, then away to Campbell. Campbell bounced away from Olakau'atu. Fends away from Brown into Garrick and Fogarty. 10 short of halfway. 20 in from the western touchline in front of us. Played to Pascoe. Goes right Kinney. Darts across field. Got a pass away that's dropped by the Gold Coast. That was a tough one for Fafita to handle, and it goes down, and Manly Ringer come away with it. So just when Titans get on top, they make a mistake and Manly tend to score. Now it's Talatau Kola. He skips 10 metres to within 30 of the Gold Coast line. Tackled by Harrison. Plays the ball. They spin it open side right to Hetherington. And Kobe standing in the tackle. About 22 out from the line. 15 in from touch on the eastern side of Robina Stadium. Dummy half Simpkin. Comes away right to Fogarty. Plays out the back to Walsh. Short ball. Oh, the Kawatu pass one. Cooper by and also over the top. Came Bo Fermor. 10 out from the goal line. Clayton goes right to Fogarty. Short ball on through ends. No, the tackle comes from AJ Brimson and Phillips Army. 3 metres out. The ball played now by Joey Walsh. Comes to the left. Fogarty. Centre field to Simpkin. Then away to Brown. Out the back it goes now to Hopplewhite. Tackled. 16 out from the Gold Coast line. 20 in from the Eastern touchline. Plays it, they work it to the right on the last. Fogarty, crossfield kick. Saab! Got there, but then it bounces back to Brimson. Knock on by Jason Saab. I thought he was going to have a third try. Change over to the Titans. 10 out from their own line. 3 left in the half. Gold Coast 22, Manly Warringah 14 in a thriller so far.
Yeah, we had every opportunity there, Saab, to get that ball. I reckon it just comes off the tip of Phillips Army, enough to get back in the in goal, and then AJ Brimson is the man on the spot that takes the ball. But they survive there, the Gold Coast Titans. But they've just got to complete their sets. They've got to stop pushing those passes coming out their own end. They're looking great in attack, but it's just that last pass they try and push.
They get very excitable, don't they, as here's the Titans. 24 out for their own line here, and Meyer plays the ball to Pascoe. Sends it left to Keanu Kinney. He sends it away right to Fafita. Jojo Fafita tried to run over the top of them, but he's taken 11 short of halfway. 15 in from the Eastern touchline by Felity. Pascoe, short side right to Harrison. Takes on the defence, wrapped up 9 metres in Manly's half. Last tackle Gold Coast. It comes away left to Campbell. The kick from 40 metres out. And dropping across and taking the catch. 10 out from the goal line for the Manly side is Kohler. And he's dumped to the ground. 14 out from his own line. 2 left in the half. 22 points to 14. Gold Coast leads Manly Warringah with Luke Lewis, Travis Main. I'm Andrew Moore on NRL Sunday here on ABC Sports. Saab on the 20. He's provided some frills with some stunning speed. Here's Garrick. A one-hander back to Jason Saab. Knocked to the ground by Brimson. Finished off by Bai. 24 out from the Manly Warringah line. Played to Fogarty. Goes open side left to Kawatu. He loses the ball in the tackle of Fermor. Going back to pick it up, Jaden Campbell. 47 out. He sends the pass away right now to Keanu Kinney. Kinney's going to be caught. 32 out from the Manly line. So a mistake from the Seagulls. Ball played to Fafita. He sends it away open side left. Haas gets the pass away in the tackle. Gold Coast keeping it alive. 24 out. How long to go? A minute 20 left in the half. Ball's going to be played now by Oliver Pascoe to Kinney. Goes back short side right to Haas. Cleese Haas stands in the tackle and gets the offload away to Pascoe. Back to the left to Harrison. He turns it back to the right side now. And Jaden Campbell jumping up and down on the one spot. Now accelerates. Tackled 8 metres out from the line. 50 seconds to go in the half. Gold Coast lead 22 to 14. Pascoe goes left to Harrison. He puts it on the toe behind. Saab! Brimson coming through. Did he get it down? I don't think so. We're going to the bunker. The ball was a little too quick off the boot.
Gets a touch still, though.
He certainly touched it, AJ Brimson, and he looked unsure.
Make it a 6-tackle set, not get off the kick.
So could he get any grounding to it? No try. The
Kick chase is onside.
on-field ruling from Adam G. Now here's Ash Klein in the bunker.
Tell you what, it's a lot closer than we think.
Well, he got there inside the dead ball line. Ooh, gee, he might have grounded this, Louis. He
Only
reached
need
out.
one frame to show that he gets it down. That's the problem. There. I think he gets it down with one finger. They're going to give this a try. There's a shot right there, and the finger's on it, and the ball's on the ground right there.
Brimson grounds the ball in the field of play.
He's done
We
great.
have a decision.
He's done great there, AJ Brimson, to get a fingertip to it and score another try for the Gold Coast Titans. Here it goes on the big screen. Gold Coast fans can roar. Gold Coast 26, Manly Warringah 14 on the stroke of halftime. Down to the touchline, Travis Main.
What a turnaround this has been. AJ Brimson played his 150th game for the club last year. A real stalwart of the Titans, and his speed kept him in that contest there. We'll call the old one finger put down. I haven't seen too many of them before. All of a sudden, Jaden Campbell's a conversion here to go give the Titans a 14-point lead at half-time, which no one saw coming.
This is incredible. 5 tries to 3. Manly led 10-0 in the 2 blinks of an eye to start the game, and you thought, oh no, this is the day where the Titans are sound asleep. They've got the slippers on, a big gown on, and an old-fashioned pipe. As I tell you what, they've turned that into brilliance very quickly. They lead 26-14 with a kick to come. The last play of the first half. Jaden Campbell, 22 metres out, 9 in from the western touchline.
He's got it aiming right at the right post there.
So what are you suggesting here, Louis?
Oh, it's a little bit inside the post, but he's using the wind. I reckon he's going to get it.
Okay. Let's see, you're in remarkable goal-kicking prediction form. Here's Campbell. He strikes it. He likes it. He's kicked it. Louis, you predicted another one. You goal-kicking whisperer, you. 28-14. Gold Coast leads Manly Warringah at half-time here at Robina Stadium for the Gold Coast. Tries to Dean Iremaya in the 9th minute. Oliver Pascoe in the 17th and 28th minutes. Jojo Fafita in the 34th and AJ Brimson a try in the 40th minute. Jaden Campbell, 4 goals from 5 attempts, 1 restart. For Manly, a try to Tom Trebojevic in the 2nd minute. Jason Saar, blistering speed down the right wing to score in the 6th and 23rd minutes. Jamal Fogarty, 1 goal from 3 attempts, 1 restart. Penalties 2-0 to the Gold Coast. And maybe of all the excitement we've seen, the biggest story of this half, a 22nd minute hamstring injury to Tom Trebojevic. He left the field and straight through the tunnel looking quite distressed. But a remarkable turnaround from the Gold Coast, Louis, having trailed 10-0 to lead by 28-14.
Yeah, it's been an amazing game, really. I've really enjoyed the game. The first opening 10 minutes, you fought Manly by how many? Then all of a sudden, the Gold Coast Titans worked their way back into the game, but they played some really nice football, some brilliant skills. What about that the pass as well? Don't forget about Patson that comes up with that little flick to find Jojo. That was a great try, but they look really, really good, the Gold Coast Titans. The only thing I would say for the Titans is he's got to rein that last pass in. They're just pushing probably 1 or 2 many offloads coming out of their own end, but everything else is looking superb.
Yeah, I mean, they're an intriguing side, the Gold Coast, Travis Main, because at their best, they're as good as anybody.
Yeah, well, they've just got this habit of switching off for little periods, 10, 15 minutes, which I think happened at the start of this game for them. So hopefully for the Titans, they've got that out of their system now, because when they start playing a bit of football, they're energetic, they move the ball around, and they can hurt teams from anywhere in the park. They prefer to score from outside that 20-metre zone. We saw them punching up the field with ease, really. Kieran Foran will be pretty disappointed in that first half of Manly. I spoke to him pre-game. He said he put the heat on his team. He said, if we want to play finals, we need to be winning these sorts of games. We can't be losing the Eels and the Bulldogs like they have been. He'll be worried at half-time, I reckon, Foz.
Oh, most definitely. They've definitely hit a wall, Manly, not just today, but in the last month or so. Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 14 around the grounds, and Brisbane in the NRLW thrashing the West Tigers now after a Georgia Bartlett try 28-6. New South Wales Cup first half, West 16 leading Canterbury Bankstown 12. Queensland Cup, Townsville 36 over the PNG Hunters 0. Winner Manly 34 leading Ipswich 10. AFL third quarter, Hawthorn 93 leading Richmond 20. Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 14 at half-time. Let's head right now to the ABC Newsroom.
ABC News with Satyam Weinstein. Iran's Supreme Leader Mojtaba Khamenei has released a statement saying U.S. President Donald Trump's signature is utterly worthless and devoid of credibility. It comes as the U.S. military launches a new wave of airstrikes on Iran to, in its words, swiftly punish Tehran for an attack on Jordan that left 2 American soldiers dead and 1 missing. Mr. Khamenei's words were read out by a newsreader on state television.
Now that the American enemy is seeking to escalate conflict and bear even greater costs and greater disgrace, it should know that the dear Iranian nation and the resistance front have unforgettable lessons for it.
Western Australia's Premier Roger Cook says he's appalled by One Nation leader Pauline Hanson's comments on immigration. Senator Hanson has blamed the end of the White Australia policy for what she labelled migration issues in the country. She's made the comments during a controversial podcast appearance with far-right activist and convicted criminal Tommy Robinson in the UK. Mr. Cook says migration has contributed to the national economy and the richness of Australian society.
In Western Australia, we have the need for skilled migrants in Western Australia to continue to take our state forward. And I'm appalled by the language which is being used, again, to promote division.
U.S. Marshals in the state of Florida have arrested Andrew and Tristan Tate as British prosecutors say they'll seek extradition of the kickboxers turned social media influencers on fresh charges of rape, bodily harm and human trafficking. Larry Buttrose has more.
Britain's Crown Prosecution Service says it'll bring more charges against 39-year-old Andrew Tate and his 38-year-old brother Tristan after it identified 4 additional victims. They'll face charges in Britain relating to alleged offences between July 2010 and August 2017, including charges relating to indecent images of a child. The Tate brothers, who have dual US and British citizenship, have denied any wrongdoing. The pair have built a social media empire promoting wealth, male dominance and misogyny, attracting millions of followers.
If this story's raised any issues for you or someone you know, call 1-800-RESPECT. Queensland's Premier David Crisafulli is defending his government's approach to domestic and family violence after the state opposition accused the LNP of scrapping a key women's safety role. Opposition leader Stephen Miles says the government scrapped an independent oversight role within a key government task force designed to examine domestic violence laws and the experience of women in the justice system. Mr Crisafulli says the government has made progress on women's safety but admits there's more to do.
We've got to do things differently. The system is broken, and for 10 years there's been a revolving door of ministers, and kids have been put in harm's way, women have been put in harm's way, and something needs to change. And there has been investment in the system.
Prime Minister Anthony Albanese is visiting the Tiwi Islands north of Darwin today for the Tiwi Football League Grand Finals. It's believed to be the first time a sitting Prime Minister has visited the Tiwi Islands. The United Workers Union is warning travellers to expect disruptions at Perth Airport tomorrow morning as some of its workers walk off the job. Aviation screening officers employed by private contractor ISS are expected to strike for 30 minutes from 5 o'clock tomorrow morning. UWU National Aviation Lead Carl Ratana says the union doesn't want to inconvenience the travelling public, but it needs to send a message to ISS and the operator of Perth Airport.
It's not our intention to disrupt the travelling public. Unfortunately, our members have been put in that position due to ISS's substandard offer. All workers are asking for is wage and condition parity with workers in the eastern states. Nothing more than what workers over in Brisbane already get.
Hundreds of space enthusiasts are in Adelaide today for the Australian Space Agency's first large-scale community event. Peter Doherty is there.
I'm standing outside the Australian Space Agency, watching hundreds of people queue to have their photo taken with Australian of the Year and astronaut Catherine Bennell-Pegg. Some have been lining up since before the doors opened at 9 a.m. The 2,000 visitors expected today will also have the chance to observe space technicians at work on Rover, the first Australian-made rover that will go to the moon with NASA. It's hoped Space Day Out will inspire young people to take on STEM study and consider a career in space.
And England have won the third-place playoff at the FIFA World Cup with a thrilling 6-4 victory over France. You're now up to date with the very latest from ABC News.
Get ready for a year of Test cricket like you've never heard before.
Hits him hard and high, straight back down the ground for 6.
That's an amazing shot. 12 months, 20 Test matches. New Zealand at home over summer. The 3 most iconic overseas tours. The 150th anniversary Test under lights at the MCG. And it all begins August 13 with Australia versus Bangladesh on ABC Listen.
ABC sports coverage of the 2026 NRL Premiership.
So now the restart from the scrum, and it comes to the right. Olakawatu, waited for Boyovich to sub, down the western touchline. See you later. He went straight into 5th gear and burned past Philip Sami. Jason Saab, a reminder of his speed, and the Gold Coast, I have no idea where they were in defence. 34 out from the goal line, 20 in from touch in front of us, western side. Fadawaka goes right, Randall. He got the pass away to Patsu Malawi. Pass to Boyovich. He got a flick pass back to support and Patsko. He dives over to score a brilliant try for the Gold Coast. The second plays and it comes to the right. Fogarty, Olakawatu, Garrick. Then away to Saab again. Hello, where is everyone? Oh, Big Pete the Roadrunner. He's away from everybody. Straight through Keanu Kenny and Jason Saab, who's looking more like Usain Bolt, has over to score his second try. 3 metres out. Played to Pascoe. Barrows for dummy half. And little Ollie's got another one. Adam G points to the spot. Pascoe got in. Barrow, there's a huge gap between marker and first defender. Played to Pascoe. Goes right to Bye. Then away to Harrison. Cut out pass. Beautiful. For Peter, he's got support. a one-handed pass back and short of the goal line. Ball pops out the back as well. And Gold Coast are in for an amazing try. Finished off by Jojo Fafita. He's over next to the post.
ABC Sports coverage of the NRL Premiership. On your radio, ABC Sport Digital Radio.
And ABC Listen.
Thrills and spills the whole way so far. Half-time Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 14. What a game next. Two teams clinging into the top 8. The Dolphins of North Queensland at Lang Park. Brett Sprigg has made his way north to call with Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. Let's check on in. G'day, Spriggy.
G'day, Andrew. Yeah, it'll either be 7th versus 8th, or it could be 8th versus 9th, depending on what happens with Manly in that game on the Gold Coast. But a beautiful day here. A bit of cloud and a bit of wind as well as you're experiencing down the road there on the Gold Coast. We know the Dolphins can be a bit hot and cold by nature, but last week was freezing against the Sharks, at home no less, at Dolphin Oval, where they were belted 66-0. It's a tough thing to make sense of, albeit they get a couple of guys back post-Origin that'll go a long way to avoiding a scoreboard bagel at the very least, with Hamiso Tabuai-Fidow and Selwyn Cobbo back on deck. They won't have Jack Bostock, who didn't clear his 11-day protocols after Origin Game 3, so there's a little readjustment in the Dolphins' outside backs. Cobbo goes from wing to centre. Tavita Nafahu will start on the wing in jersey number 18. Bench is Donahue, Plath, Gilbert, Kafusi, Sebastian Sewer and John Finney-Nganofo. For the Cowboys, Tom Dearden is back, as was reported yesterday. He will start half-back for the first time since round 10, coming back from the ankle syndesmosis injury and surgery. He will wear number 22. That relegates Jake Clifford onto the bench with Sonny Luke, Matt Lodge, Cohen Hess, Sam McIntyre and Ethan King. The Cowboys had that amazing Golden Point win against Manly last week at Brookvale. Back-to-back wins now either side of their most recent bye. Billy Moore is here alongside me. Billy, this is, I know we keep saying it, huge for both sides. As I say, 7th versus 8th, could be 8th versus 9th. If the Seagulls fight their way back there at Robina.
G'day, Spriggy. Hello to our wonderful listeners. Both sides come in 10 wins, 7 losses. But they come in with contrasting form. Last week, recent form is the best form.
Yes.
And the Dolphins built, as you said, 66-0 at home, their spiritual home at Dolphin Oval, whereas the Cowboys played nearly their best win of the season, especially away from home, to win at Brookvale. Golden Point 19-18. Wow, what a performance, what a win.
You can't be too reactive, but I know you tipped the Dolphins to make the 8.
Yes.
Are you a Cowboys believer?
I am. I think there's enough room for both. There's a lineup of sides when you think that coming into that top 8, these are right now currently 7 and 8.
Yep.
You've got Manly, you've got Storm, you've got the Raiders,
South.
you've got South, South again, your Broncos. All these sides are trying to claw their way into that top 8. So there's not room for all. So some have to fall. To me, it's a massive game for the Finns to turn around last week. They've lost their last 2. Cowboys have won their last 2. There's so much contrast here. Hopefully Christian Wolf is able to actually reignite that side from the peninsula, the defence. That's what improved in 2026. Last year, remember, 2025, they were the best attacking side by 20%. Didn't play finals. They must defend like their life depends on it today. Because with Tommy Dearden back, and I love their back line with Labour, Chester, what a player he is. This is a tough side to play against for the Finns.
So what realistically can you expect from your chief playmaker, Tom Dearden, if you're the Cowboys and you're Todd Payton? It's his first game back from a bad injury, albeit the way Clifford's been playing, they wouldn't play Dearden if he wasn't ready.
100%. Absolutely. You're right on the money. So, Jake Clifford would probably go, am I been going that bad? He hasn't. The last 2 wins, he's been crucial in those wins. But obviously they see Dearden as, if we're going to go into the finals, this is the guy that's going to steer this ship. So for me, Tommy Dearden, I reckon the coach will be saying, hey, let's feel our way into the game. Purdue's there playing well. Also the drink water to a lot of control.
Jackson Purdue's 50th game today, by the way. It's also a game at Lang Park that a Queensland team can't lose, which, after
we like that.
Too soon. The Finns have won their past 5 here at Lang Park, Maury. That certainly works in their favour. They've also won their past 4 against the Cowboys. Our referee here will be Grant Atkins with Chris Butler in the bunker, and it's massive. Those top 8 fringe teams. Dolphins, Cowboys coming your way next. The last game of round 20.
Never too soon, by the way, Spriggy. Good on you, mate. Thank you, Billy. Can't wait for that one. That should be a ripper, as you point out. Dolphins and Cowboys. Here we're about to get underway. Second half. Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 14 after a stunning opening 40 minutes. It'll be Gold Coast to kick off, running left to right as you look at your radio, defending the northern end of Robina Stadium. And Manly Warringah desperate to regroup. This will be the test for Kieran Foran at half-time, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, absolutely. But I tell you what, I don't reckon the Gold Coast Titans wanted half-time to come. They were playing so good. So their focus now is their next 10 minutes, their first 10 minutes of this second half.
All right, so we're underway, and the first tackle comes in this second half, 11 metres out for the Manly goal line. And getting to his feet, Kobe Hetherington. Plays it, goes right to Nathan Brown. He's tackled 15 out from his own line. We'll check in with Travis Main in due course very shortly. Here's Jake Trebojevic up the middle. Wrapped up 21 out for the Manly Warringah line. A hamstring injury for Tom Trebojevic, forcing him from the field about midway through the first half. Here's Amoli Olakau'atu now for Manly, standing in the tackle. At 31 out from the line, finally fell by Fermor, plays the ball to Simpkin, goes left to Brown. Nathan Brown's going to be taken 11 short of halfway, 20 in from the far touch line. Last tackle here for Manly. Simpkin goes left to Walsh, and he puts a left foot kick downfield, straight down the throat of Dean Iremaya, the right winger. Caught it on the 20, brings it back into the chase of Bullimore, 31 out from his own line. Also in there was Josh Felaty. Plays the ball now, and it is the Gold Coast with it, 12 metres short of halfway with his 28-14 lead. Ball played by Fafita to Oliver Pascoe. He sends it centre field left to Cleese Score 4 short of halfway. Plays the ball again, and Keanu Kinney scheming at the defensive line. Caught 5 metres in Manly Warringah territory. To his feet, played to Pascoe. They go left again to Campbell. Turns it into Fermor, and he's belted to the ground. 38 metres out from the Manly line. 19 in from the eastern touch line. Played on the last. Jaden Campbell gets a kick down to Talatau Kola, who takes it beautifully. 12 metres out from his own goal line. Manly has it. It's 28-14 to the Gold Coast. 1 minute 40 gone in this second half.
Yeah, well, it's a good start, like I said, by the Gold Coast Titans. I'm looking at their defence now. They're attacking with their defence. They're getting 3 in. They're driving Manly back. And their first defensive set was great. They limited the metres. They're happy just to get to a kick. They've got to build that game now.
So now the Seagulls with it. 13 out from their own line. Ball played by Cole. It comes left to Felaty. He's knocked to the deck. 23 out from his own line. 10 in from the western touch line by Pascoe and Aramahau. Now they work it right to Ethan Bullimore. He straightens, got straight past Fermor. Caught 11 metres short of halfway for the Seagulls. Last tackle. Simpkin goes right. Fogarty, a clearing kick from inside the 40. Over the head of Iremaya, but it's over the touchline. It's not long enough for a 40-20. It'll be a Gold Coast play the ball 25 out from their own line as the Titans lead 28-14 over Manly. 2 minutes 30 gone second half. Let's check in down on the touchline. First time in this half, Travis May.
Yeah, Josh Hannay, pretty happy with that first half from the Titans, the way they fought back in the game. He said, we missed the start, but we found a way to get back into it. But he just wants to see him grind out a few back-to-back sets, not go for that pass too early, as Louis said. Don't put themselves under pressure. Now, Kieran Foran, he said, we're killing ourselves, boys. Too many errors, penalties. Tidy up our discipline, and we know we can get back into this contest. Lehigh Hopewadi at fullback there with Tommy Turbo gone for the game.
Now comes to the right, Trav, for the Gold Coast Titans. 5 metres in Manly Warringah's half. Keanu Kinney put to the ground by... In there was Bullimore. Now play goes left to By to through hands. Harrison got it to Fermor. He's tackled 33 out from the line. Played to Pascoe. Goes left to a running Harrison. Linked up with Campbell. And Campbell's absolutely annihilated by Jason Saab, who's on top. You can't see Jaden Campbell, such as the size of Jason Saab's body. On the last, Harrison the kick from 26 metres out. Down to the southeast corner, and the catch taken there by Hopewadi. 2 metres out from the Manly line. Just in from that eastern touch line. 3.5 gone second half, and it remains Gold Coast leading Manly Warringah 28-14. This is a tough set here from their own goal line for Manly. Garrick plays it, comes left this time to Hopewadi, and he's nailed 10 metres out from his own line. Good there by Fermor. Plays the ball. They work it left to Felity. Felity got past Cooper by. Good run of about 10 metres. Much needed metres for Manly. 2 tackles left in the set on their own 20. Simpkin to the left. Walsh fired it away to Kohler. They're going to pass right in that Western touchline. I thought he went out. Doesn't matter. He's out now anyway.
I thought he went out by about half a metre.
Yeah, so did I must admit. So it is going to be the mistake from Manly. Great defence coming from Howe and Iremaya. Fafita involved. It'll be a Gold Coast play the ball at 11 metres inside Manly territory. The scoreline 28-14 to the Gold Coast, and Ethan Bullimore ruining the fact he ended up over the touchline eventually.
Well, he didn't go out.
The ball did though.
No, he did at the end, but he didn't go out when we thought he did.
Oh, okay, so well done, touch judge. Here's Gold Coast with it. Cleese Haas put on his back, 34 out from the Manly goal line, 20 in from the Western touchline, and now Bullimore, I think out of frustration, gives away a set restart, the second of the day for the Gold Coast. Cooper by with it. He's caught 24 out for the Manly goal line. Manly's got to hold on this set. Ball played to Pascoe, turns it on the inside to Kinney. Kinney hop, skipping and jump, then he straightens, tackled about 16 out for the goal line. Gold Coast on the attack. Pascoe already has 2 tries. Goes left. Paxton. Then away to Harrison. Oh, terrible for Prince. Pass went straight to him and AJ dropped it. Manly come away with it. 13 out from their own goal line. And that'll be another one that Josh Hannay will write in his little black book.
Well, that's called slapping at it like a seal, Andrew.
Oh, I've never heard that one before, Lou. Here's Manly with the ball now. Down the right wing they have it. About 32 out from their own goal line. The ball played by Olakawatu. Comes left to Ruben Garrick. Then to Olakawatu. Back to the left, Fogarty to Brown. We need Anthony Wiggle back after we saw him last week and sing hot potato, because that's what's going on from both teams here. Bullimore, 32 out from his own line. Plays it to Simpkin. Goes right to Brown. Runs into several defenders, including Cooper by. 9 metres short of halfway. Simpkin goes to his left away now to Hetherington up the middle. Straight past one tackle. Now he's caught 6 metres inside Gold Coast territory by Paxton. Played on the last. It comes right to Fogarty. Up goes the kick from Fogarty. Keano Kinney under it. Garrick flying through. Kinney the catch. 8 out from his own line. Sets sail over the 10. Runs across field. Beats one. Can't beat a second. He's scored 14 out from his own line. 28-14. Titans lead Seagulls. 6.5 gone second half. As now they work it right to Iremaya. Caught on his 20. Trav, did you say both coaches want of these teams to settle down a little bit? I'm not sure they're listening.
I'm not sure they are either. It's a bit frantic to start this half. Well, I think the team that settles down first might win the game, but it's end-to-end at the moment.
So the Titans have it for Feeder. Caught 10 short of halfway. Good quick play. The ball. Pascoe goes right. Kinney away to Howe. Bounced in the Felity, who did well with a one-on-one tackle. 4 metres in Seagulls territory. Played on the last to Pascoe. Kick downfield from Campbell. Got plenty of height on it. Straight down to Hopewadi though. 12 out from the Manly goal line. Returns it over the 20. Caught by the chase and by 22 out from the Manly Ringer goal line. And also coming through there was Cleese Haas. Now they work it right to Jason Saab. He's wrapped up just inside his 30. 7 minutes 20 gone second half. And it remains as it was at the break. 28-14 to the Gold Coast. Now it comes right to Garrick. He's tackled 13 short of halfway. And the whistle goes from Adam G.
I think they're looking at Pascoe, is he? It's his elbow.
Yeah, well, you just heard Adam G saying he's not sure whether it was Pascoe's head, it's his arm by the looks of things. As now it's play on, the trainer went out to see Pascoe and then leaves him. Gold Coast defending, Holoquado and halfway plays it, goes left Fogarty, then away it comes, right up the middle, Manly go over the 40, Walsh shot the pass back to his right and they've coughed up possession again. Dropping the ball, coming through is Hetherington, knock on Manly, and Gold Coast will get the scrum feed. 24 out from their own goal line, 8 gone second half, Titans 28, Manly Ringer 14, another mistake, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, another mistake, but it was nice work there from Joey Walsh. Just a little bit off his left foot, goes straight up through the middle of the field, and the man who's having a really good game for the Gold Coast Titans in Pascoe, who's hurt his arm 2 seconds ago, and he's come over from nowhere just to shut that play down, and he's out the back still getting his elbow checked, I think, but Yeah, big tackle, nice break, but it just couldn't execute there, Manly.
Now in the NRLW, another try to Kerry Johnson, her second. Brisbane 34, leading West Tigers 12. Here in the NRLW, Gold Coast 50 beat Parramatta 12, and later Newcastle and St George Illawarra at Hunter Stadium. You'll hear the call on ABC Sport with Declan Byrne, Dean Hallertau and Bridget Murphy. As Tino Fasul-Malaawi back on the field for the Gold Coast, replacing Cooper By. Gold Coast have it 7 short of halfway, leading 28-14. Played by Haas, setting sail, and nearly splitting them that time, getting to within 38 metres of the goal line for the Gold Coast. And finally playing it is Pascoe. Geez, been good. Plays it and it comes left to Kinney, and he's cut to the ground 35 out from the goal line. Now to the right they go. The kick from Harrison from 32 metres out, down to the left wing. Ball tapped back by the Gold Coast for Sami, still the last. Then back to Harrison again, and he ran straight into the defence. So it's going to be a change over to Manly. 21 out for their own goal line, but they are down 28-14 here at Robina Stadium. On the field now for the Seagulls in jersey 17. And Sherrod coming on, Jackson Sherrod, replacing Jake Trebojevic as Manly. Out of dummy half, they scoot. And the tackle made on Walsh, 31 out from the Seagulls goal line. He plays the ball to Fogarty, short ball right to Olakawatu. And he's been well contained so far today, 8 metres short of halfway. Fasul-Malaawi was over there with Campbell. Now played to Simpkin, short side right Fogarty, away to Ruben Garrick, then a wraparound ball back to Simpkin, comes to the left to Brown, centre field they go, Hopewadi, he linked up with Joey Walsh, he got a one-hander back as well to Sherrod, and he's caught 30, making 41 metres out for the Gold Coast line. Ball played for Manly to Simpkin, goes left to Brown, Nathan Brown up the centre, he's crashed to the ground, 30 out for the Gold Coast line, and he lost the ball, they can't complete. Mistake. It'll be a Gold Coast scrum feed, 30 out from its own line, and Arama Howe getting the plaudits from his Gold Coast teammates for that heavy tackle. Just under half an hour to go. Gold Coast 28, Manly Ringer 14.
Yeah, I'll tell you what I'm really enjoying at the moment is Pascoe. He's enjoying himself out there. Every little thing that goes their way, he's getting up and he's pumped up. He's full of energy. He's getting it down. I think it's sort of rubbing off on his teammates, but they're doing a good job. They're scrambling well. They're probably due to make a change very shortly. The Gold Coast Titans, a few guys starting to get tired in the middle, but they're doing a good job in defence so far.
Now see Moeki Fadawaka warming up to come back on. Tino's back out there. And the Gold Coast Titans win the scrum, and Sami's caught 13 metres short of halfway. He'll play it 15 in from the eastern touchline to Campbell. Goes open side right. As tackle made here on Brimson.
But just me, is he wearing 2 different boots, Tino?
Yeah, I've said that before. He's got multicoloured boots.
I didn't even notice until just then.
Said what, yellow and orange? Something like that? He's
I'll say orange and yellow.
Oh, okay. What did I say?
Yellow and orange.
Here's the Gold Coast with it. 34 metres out for the Manly line. It's reached that stage of the day. Has it Campbell, plays it to Pascoe, goes right to Haas, away to Harrison, turns the ball on the inside. Kinney, just like an Energizer buddy, now away to Arama Howe. He stands in the tackle, finally down. 32 out for the Manly line. Last tackle Gold Coast, dummy half for Feeder. Long ball left to Harrison. He puts up the kick. It's going to come down about 10 metres out from the goal line. Up they fly, and the catch is taken about 13 out from the goal line by Saab. Manly has the ball back, trailing 28-14. Let's check in on the touchline with Travis Main.
Well, they're just struggling to get back into this game, Manly. If Kieran Foran said at half-time, let's fix up our discipline, get the errors out of the game, the penalties, but they just can't really seem to complete a set here, Manly. I think the scoreboard's starting to get on their mind as we see another... got the ball away there, but...
Yeah, knocked back the ruling, Trav, from Garrick, and the ball was touched by the Gold Coast. So 6 more tackles for Manly, and they need something because they look a little flat. Here's Bullimore, caught 15 short of halfway, 12 in from the western touchline by Fafita. Played to Simpkin, goes right to Sherrod. He easily got past one, now taken 5 short of halfway by, in there over the top was Cleese Haas. They work it right to Brown, to Fogarty, then to Kohler, got it to Garrick over halfway with a right foot step, and he beat one, now claimed 38 metres out from the line, and another set restart now given away by the Gold Coast. So momentum can change so quickly, and a 14-point lead can evaporate so quickly, especially at this venue. There's now Fogarty 30 out, plays it out the back left, to pass away from Walsh to Bullimore, tackle 20 out from the Gold Coast line, 18 in from touch western side. Simpkin, he darts to his right, floated a cut-out pass away this time as the defence comes across in cover, 13 metres out from the line. Getting to his feet, Sherrod plays the ball to Simpkin. He flings it away right to Hopewadi, who scored 5 metres out. Over the top is Fasil Malaawi. Lehigh plays it to Simpkin. Short side right to Hamoli Olakawatu, who strolls over like he's on a Sunday picnic in the National Park. Right foot step, easy as you like. Pascoe was hanging on around the ankles, but there was no serious defence there. And Hamoli Olakawatu, and after a couple of ill-disciplined efforts by the Titans, Manly does hit back. Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 18, 14 gone second half. Luke Lewis.
Yeah, you're right. A couple of back-to-back sets there for Manly, and I thought they were coming left for sure. They were screaming for it, but no, they go down the right side. Why wouldn't you when you got someone like Olakawatu screaming for it? And it's as easy as you like, just comes off his right foot and gets back on the inside of two players and beats, I think it was Campbell, and he gets it down perfectly. He doesn't get past Pascoe, but he just doesn't get enough of him to stop him, to pull him down short, and he slams the ball down, and that gets Manly back into the game now.
So, 28-18 in favour of Gold Coast. Down to the touchline, Travis Main.
Yeah, I think this roller coaster's got a few more humps in it before the day's out. I was about to say Olakawadu, he just needs to go looking for this game a little bit more. I feel like they've been using him as a decoy, going out the back a lot. Just want to see him a little bit closer to the action, running off Fogarty there, just do that sort of, those runs he was doing early in the year was just terrorising teams. I feel like he's just stepped back from this game today, but he's the key here for Manly.
10 the difference, Travis. 28-18 to the Gold Coast. Taniela Paseka back on. I think I saw number 6 on the interchange card. They've got 2 left. Simeone Iafi is still yet to come back on. The other starting front row, he only played about 15 minutes. Here's Fogarty, 11 in from touch. He strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. It's game on here at the roller coaster. 2 out of 4 for Fogarty. Gold Coast 28, Manly Warringah 20 here on NRL Sunday at Robina Stadium. Just under 25 minutes still to play. Chelsea Lenadusi, the great front rower, has scored his second try. Brisbane 40, West Tigers 12 in the NRLW. New South Wales Cup second half, West 28 leading Canterbury Bankstown 12. Queensland Cup second half, Townsville 52 leading the PNG Hunters 0. While in the second half, Winter Manly 44 leads Ipswich 10. Queensland Women's Rugby League, Burleigh 4 leading Ipswich 0. Three-quarter time AFL Hawthorn pumping Richmond 107 to 29. So now for the kick-off, Gold Coast have to defend as the ball's tackled by Kohler. He plays it. Manly now get a 24 out from their own line. Paseka plays the ball to Simpkin. He sends it away right to Hetherington. He's going to be tackled. 32 out from his own line. 28-20. Gold Coast lead Manly Warringah. Simpkin goes right to Nathan Brown. And Brown's taken by Pascoe and Fermor and Fasil Malaawi. 8 short of halfway. Dummy half Simpkin. Short side right he goes. As Manly work at 2 or 3 metres now in Gold Coast territory. Played by Fogarty. Left foot kick from Joey Walsh. Down, getting back there, Sami with a catch. 5 out from his own line. Heads up over the 10 into the wall of chasers, headed by Taniela Paseka. 16 out from the Gold Coast line. Played to Jaden Campbell. Comes open side right this time. And the Gold Coast work it up over their 20. They live 28-14 at the break. It's now 28-20. Kinney out of dummy half. Beat a couple. But wrapped up 11 metres short of halfway. There over the top was Paseka. Played to Pascoe. Comes left foot Waker back on the field. And he's caught right on halfway. Right in centre field for the Titans. Now it's Oliver Pascoe. Left to Fasil Malaawi. He of the orange and the yellow boots. Plays it. 40 out for the Seagulls line on the last. Comes left to Campbell. He sends it the aerial route. In comes Hobblewadi with the catch, but it's a penalty to the Gold Coast for an escort. So by my tally, there's been 3 penalties blown in the game, all to the Gold Coast. Now this one is 16 out from the line, 11 in from the eastern touchline for the Gold Coast Titans. 23 minutes to go.
Well, you know, we were talking at the start about the Gold Coast Titans have to be a little bit more patient. I actually think they've got to play a little bit erratic, because when they play erratic, they're too patient at the moment. They don't look like they're creating anything. So I'd like to see them go back to the way they were playing in the first half, because it was causing all sorts of drama for Manly.
From the tap, Louis, Fasil Malaawi, 12 metres out. Play to Pascoe. Goes right to Harrison. Back on the inside to Waker, and he stopped 10 out from the goal line. In front of the right upright. Plays it to Pascoe. Goes left Harrison. Campbell! He got the score again. They do extend their lead. Brilliant ball to Bo Fermor, and he's over to score. Gold Coast 32, Manly Ringer 20. They seem to have a massive overlap on that left edge, and Fermor scores the try. 18 gone in the half. Titans 32, Sea Eagles 20.
Well, this is ridiculous because the hole was absolutely massive. There was no one in sight. As soon as they shifted that ball over to the left, and all of them that Campbell had to do is basically just throw a nice pass and hit Bo Fermor on the chest. And that's what happens there if you don't get the kick right. Oh my God, that is just ridiculous. Where were all the Manly players? I was just watching the replay. There was only 2 players out there on 4 Gold Coast Titans players. And there was a massive hole there for Bo Fermor. Too easy for Gold Coast Titans.
Where have all the Sea Eagles gone?
Where were they?
They just got gobbled up on the ground, Travis Main. They're nowhere to be seen.
They're down at Surfers Paradise looking for some chips, perhaps. That was just a big defensive misread there from Manly. It looked like Jamal Fogarty went in when he should have gone out. That just put way too much pressure on everyone else. So, pretty poor defence there. I still think we've got 2 or 3 tries left in this game, though.
Here's Jaden Campbell, 15 in from touch, strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal. So he is 5 out of 6. Gold Coast 34, Manly Ringer 20, still over a quarter of the game to go. How many tries did you say left in this game, Travis?
I reckon 2 or 3.
Yeah, I reckon 3 minimum. What about you, Luke Lewis?
Yeah.
Quarter of the game left.
Maybe, yeah, I'm going to say 4, just to out-trump both of you.
We've already seen 10.
I'm going to say 4.
Okay.
Just to beat both of you because you said 3.
Well, we better keep a note of it then. Yeah, 10 so far. So Manly bring it back there. The comeback lasted about 4 minutes, by the way, from the time that Olakuado scored to the time the back row marking him, Bo Fermor, scored at the other end. Reuben Garrick, towering kick-off. Good hang time. Caught though by Pascoe, who's involved in everything. Gives it left to Fasul Malaawi, and he's tackled 15 out from his own goal line. Incredible. Gold Coast, when they're performing well, and Manly really is at slump town. Titans now 20 metres out from their own line as the ball's played, and it comes to the right. After Sami played it, ends up with Weki Fadawaka. He's caught 26 out from his own line. In there was Ethan Bullimore. Getting very dark here at Robina Stadium as the Titans work at right edge. 15 metres short of halfway. 15 in from the western touchline. It's played by Harrison to Pascoe. He sends the ball away. Centre field left again, and they're 8 metres short of halfway. Ball played by Haas, who gets up hobbling. Kick downfield from Jaden Campbell into the rather dark clouds. Caught by Saab. 18 out from his own line, and he charges into the defence. Philip Saab had a big goal. His Adam's apple's the size of a beach volleyball, but he didn't get to him. The ball's played, and it comes out to the left. And great defence here on Joey Walsh. He still manages to keep the ball alive with the ball away to Lehigh Opawadi, and he's sent to the grass. 25 out from his own line. Now he plays the ball as the Manly players coming from the field. Jake Trebojevic about to come back on. I think this is an HIA for Manly. Felony charges over the 40. Good strong run. Taken by Harrison. 3 short of halfway. It is an HIA. But that's Seagulls player coming off the field. Now comes right to Olakawatu. Links up there with Hopewadi. Tackled 10 metres in Gold Coast territory. And about 5 metres in from the eastern touchline. Might be Sherab who's gone into the for an HIA. Kick downfield. Keanu Kinney gets up. Nobody goes after it, but it bounces for Minnie Kinney. He's got a 15 out from his own line. 20 minutes gone. 20 minutes left, second half. Gold Coast 34, Manly Ringer 20. And now the Titans will play it at the northern end of the ground. And they really are. When they're controlling the footy, the Titans look unstoppable against this Manly side. Now the ball comes open side right for them. Fermor was caught, 24 out from his own line. Plays the ball to Pascoe. Comes to the right for Awaka, then to Harrison, but it wasn't a great pass. He still managed to evade one. But now he's caught 26 out from his own line by Simpkin. And also in there was Bullimore. A worker right to Chris Randall. He's tackled 33 out from his own line. Played on the last. Pascoe Goes right. I tell you what, he's got an H. Harrison, but sends the kick right down the throat of Hopewadi. 18 out from his own line. Returns it over the 20. Takes on the chase and caught right on the 30-metre line for Manly. 18 minutes 15 to go. Gold Coast 34, Seagulls 20, Louis.
Yeah, well, there's still plenty of time for Manly to come back. 18 minutes is only 14 points, but they've got to find some energy at the moment because they look very flat. They're all one out. There's not a whole lot doing for them, and they've got to keep completing their sets out of their own end, make them way too many errors at the moment.
Well, if they get beat today and remain outside the 8, the question is what's happened to Fosball? Brown sends it left to Paseka. He stands in the tackle, 5 metres in Gold Coast territory. No, I'm not going over there to ask him, Louis. Now it's Joey Walsh, short ball away to Bullimore. He's tackled 32 out from the Gold Coast line. 15 in from touch, western side. Dummy half Simpkin spins it right to Fogarty for the kick from 33 metres out. Dropping back Kinney. This is too deep. That's a shot. Oh, he dropped it, Kinney. Sent it over the dead ball line, or did he? He may have made a dreadful hatch of that, and Garrick scores. That might be the worst fullback play of the year from Keanu Kinney, and he's one of the best. He dropped an easy kick. It should have been a 20-metre tap and a 7-tackle set, and then instead of just grounding the thing, he tried to tap it over the dead ball line, didn't get enough on it, and Ruben Garrick scores an embarrassing try for the Gold Coast for Manly. 17 minutes left. Game back on after that horrible mistake. 34-24. Gold Coast leads Manly. Warringah, if he got that down, and he did, Ruben Garrick.
Yeah, well, Kinney had no idea where he was. He was trying to push his foot back to get in goal. His whole body was already in goal. He just had to set himself up to come up with a nice catch. And then he sort of turns his head sideways, takes his eyes off the ball for a split second. It fumbles out the back. And then he thinks, he freaks out. All he had to do is put his hand on it, just ground the ball. And he tries to flick it dead, and Ruben Garrick just pounces on it as easy as you like. That is such an easy try for Manly, and it's a proper gift for them. So they're right back in the game now, 34-24.
I can't remember seeing anything like that. Cue the Benny Hill music. Touchline we go, and Travis Main.
I'm so glad you guys are here today to ride this Robina roller coaster with me. I've been on this many times over the last 15 years, so it's nothing new. As I said before,
my son would love this, Trav. I'm starting to feel ill from all the twists and turns.
Who needs a theme parks when you've got Robina Stadium here to jump on this ride? So I think there's a few boos going around. I think they might have thought Ruben Garrick was offside from that kick, but Titans have no one to blame but themselves there for that one.
That was horrific. Yeah, Tino Fa'asuamaleaui having a bit to say to the ref, but now Jamal Fogarty, 11 out just to the right of the post, kicks the goal. So he is 3 out of 5. Now it's 34-26. Gold Coast leads Manly Warringah with 16 minutes to go. There's plenty of time for Manly. And I just hope Keanu Kinney does something good soon, because that could stick with you for the rest of your career. Around the grounds, NRLW full-time and a comfortable win for Brisbane. They remain unbeaten, and they've beaten the West Tigers, who had been unbeaten, 40 points to 12 at Langlands Park in Brisbane. New South Wales Cup second half, West 32 leading Canterbury Bankstown 12. In the Queensland Cup, Townsville 64, PNG Hunters 0. Back on the field now is Simeone Laiafi, and a good strong run from him from the kickoff. Caught 22 out from his own line, played to Walsh, goes right to Bullimore, dropped it! No! Played 2 after scoring. Now 22 out the Titans. Pascoe goes left to Fa'asuamaleaui. I think someone just fell out of the roller coaster. The ball's going to be played to Pascoe. He sends it left out to Campbell. Crowder really engaged in this. Straightening his Fermor court. 14 out for the Manly line. Still 15 minutes to go. Goodness knows what we're going to see. Ball play that comes left to Fa'asuamaleaui. He's taken 9 out from the Manly goal line. Dummy half Pascoe has been terrific. Goes right to Randall. Out the back Harrison. Dummies inside. Goes himself. But he's collared. Felony, one of 2 defenders in there. 15 out from the line. 12 in from touch western side. The other defender there coming across was Walsh. But Awaka, a settler centre field. Comes into Laiafi. Simpkin, 11 out, stood in the tackle. Last play. It comes to the right. Pascoe. Kenny nearly dropped it, knocked it on, and gets caught in the last. His confidence is shattered. It's 34-26. Gold Coast leading Manly. Still 14 and a half, Louis. That would seem like an age to everyone out there.
Yeah, absolutely. It's There's a lot going on at the moment, but for Manly, I just looked straight over to the Manly box, the coach's box. As soon as they made that mistake, their heads went straight down to their lap. They were just building nicely, a couple of strong carries, and then an error. But they defended their error, and here they come now out of their own end.
Rupert Secker, caught 13 short of halfway by Tino, plays the ball to Simpkin, goes right through, hands away now to Liafi, and he's up to halfway. He'll play 20 in from the eastern touchline. 2 tackles left Manly, down by 8. Comes left Fogarty, plays out the back. Joey Walsh, short ball Bullimore, spins out of 1, no. Fafita held on, 36 out from the play to the zone, dummy half. That's it, Travis Main. Get off the roller coaster. They're going to shut it down for repairs.
That's the trifecta. We've seen it all. There's still 13 minutes to go. What else have we got?
No dummy half, and Gold Coast have it on halfway. Manly also, Paseka giving away now a set restart to the Gold Coast Titans, their third. Oh, licorice, all sorts. Ball played 6 metres in Manly territory by Sami, and it comes back to the left edge, 37 out from the Manly Ringa goal line. AJ Brimson, tackled by Lukuadu, played to Pasco, goes right to Randall. Short ball for Waker over the 30, claimed 29 out from the Manly line. 34 points to 26 in favour of Gold Coast. 13 minutes to go. Now flick past to Fafita. He juggled it. He lost it. Picked up by Manly. They've got a goal at 20 metres out. 2 in from the western touchline. Can one of you two teams please complete a set, Louis? Is that asking too much?
No, but that was a really nice play there by Keanu Kenny. He does a great job. He makes the break. He gets the flick pass, but it was just Jojo. He couldn't pull it in. And if he hadn't pulled it in, I reckon they're in for a try, the Gold Coast Titans. But it would have been a quick little chip on. It would have had to find Jeremiah down that short side, but not to be. And we just got someone having a look at here. I think they're going to try and claim a hip drop, but I think that's just a tackle from behind.
Yeah, the tackle was on Talatau Kola.
Yeah, so he's making the tackle. He's not thinking hip drop there.
No, in fact, he kept lifting his hands away, Jeremiah. But, well, no, it looks like it is going to be a penalty. Here comes Tino. Let's have a listen.
It's at least a penalty.
It's at least a penalty.
That'll be Manly's first of the day. 12 minutes 48 to go.
Yep.
And Talatau Kola to his feet now, but Dean Jeremiah is going to be penalised and now being called out. Let's have a listen to Adam G. He's getting word from the bunker.
It's a clear grip. He lands on the ankle and the leg. It carries an elevated risk of injury. Report and
Yep, that's ridiculous. So Dean, now look at that. That was one of the more beautiful moments I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Dean Jeremiah has just been placed on report and sin bin, ran over to Kola to give him a hug and say sorry, I guess. And I've never seen that before. Manly finds touch, 27 out from their own line.
Oh, he knows he didn't mean it. And just he's going to let him know it was an accident. And I don't reckon it was a hip like you meant to do a hip drop. He's making the tackle. His body gets there. Totally different to sitting up and then dropping your hip onto the back of someone's leg.
So Jeremiah, though, in the bin and on report for a hip drop as Manly have a 29 out from their own goal line. As now Fogarty goes right to Paseka. He's caught 12 short of halfway. Next, Cowboys feed Dolphins at Lang Park. Fogarty to the left. Walsh gets it away. Hopewadi through. No! Harrison, great tackle. 37 out from the line. 12 in from the western touchline. Played to Bullimore. Goes right to Simpkin. Then away centre field to Walsh. He's waving at players. Sends Paseka on the inside. He's caught 32 out from the Gold Coast line. Gold Coast 34. Manly Ringa 26 at dozen minutes to go. Now it comes left side to Hopewadi. Taken by Harrison, who's made some very important tackles of late. Played on the last 20 out. Comes right Fogarty. Crossfield kick. It's Sam coming through. Oh, what a catch by Sami. Taken in the air and it's a penalty to the Gold Coast. That was an amazing catch out there in that left wing.
Challenge.
With 11 minutes 30 to go. Let's have a listen.
Challenge, there's 2 elements here. It's initial contest, but then he grabs the arm for a tackle, which also, I believe, causes him to land in a danger.
So they're both going up for the ball is what he's saying, and he changes his position for going for the ball to then grabbing his arm. That is what Adam G's saying.
To play leading up to this.
And here it is now. It's got the ad sitting on the big screen.
Crowd, by the way, 15,252.
Both looking at the ball.
Just having a look at the actions of Jason Saab and whether it's a tackle or he's trying to catch the ball.
I think he's trying to catch the ball. I don't think he's making a tackle. I'm just watching his eyes the whole time. His eyes do not leave the ball. He's not trying to... as he's leaving, he's still looking up at the ball. They're both in the air.
Actually trying to catch the ball there. Correctly, the tackle in the air.
That's an amazing catch.
There's no dangerous tackle.
Yeah, that'll be no penalty.
Complete. It'll be a challenge successful and a play the ball to Gold Coast, tackle 1.
Let's go down to the touchline. Travis Main.
Yeah, I reckon they got the right decision there. As for the hip drop, I reckon there was a bit of a harsh sin bin. You'll see a lot of those tackles that just get penalised and player not sent to the bin. Manly, they've also lost a player, Jackson Sherriff. He's failed his HIA. He won't be back today.
All right, thank you, Travis. Now the goal comes away, Brinson. He's over the 30, the 40 yards to Paltamawani. Over the 40, the 30. The cover comes 20 metres out, Felony. He'll play the ball now to Campbell. The ball is knocked down. That'll be a sin bin for a professional foul by Felony. Penalty. Bin. Manly down to 12. 12 on 12. 11 minutes to go. 34-26 to the Gold Coast. We keep wondering what's going to happen next, Louis. And now sin bin after sin bin.
How good is it? And let's just go back 2 seconds to AJ Brimson's. They're going to challenge here. Another challenge. And that was a professional foul for me.
It looked late from here.
He was not making a genuine tackle attempt.
Got him up, Mark, but he's not making a genuine tackle. That's what the penalty is for. You've got to sin bin.
It definitely wasn't making a genuine attempt. He was going for the arm. He was trying to tap the arm, so he dropped the ball.
What about the difference, though, Louis? Just think about this could make. If they did win the challenge, not only is it no penalty, but it's still 13 on 12.
Yeah, but he's not. He's genuine attempt to tackle. He slaps the ball down off a long break.
That's a dumb challenge.
Foul. The challenge is unsuccessful.
So Felony ends up in the bin. He made a great try-saving tackle, and then a blatant professional foul. So he's in the bin.
Now let's just go back to AJ Brimson for a second.
Yes.
They had a set defensive line after that stoppage. All set off the play the ball. He goes straight through. That was brilliant work from AJ Brimson.
So they've had 13 on 12 advantage for about a minute and a half. Gold Coast, rather Manly. Now from the tap, Gold Coast 12 out from the goal line. Played by Tino. It comes inside now to Fedorwaka. Fedorwaka driving forward to within 7 of the line. Held up by Trebojevic and Laiafi. Plays the ball now to Pascoe. Goes right to Harrison. Short ball away. Kinney to Fafita. That's better than Kinney. And Jojo Fafita is over to score a try. 10 and a half to go. 12 on 12. Gold Coast 38. Manly Riga 26. The margin out to 2 converted tries, Luke Lewis.
Yeah, beautiful work here by the Gold Coast Titans. Their whole right edge doing everything they need to do. And yours back to 12 on 12. They get the overlap right. That's where Felony was actually defending over on this left edge. And they decide to attack there. And the skill level, absolutely perfect. Get it out in front. Everyone running the right holes. And then just a quick little tip there from Keanu Kinney to find Jojo Fafita. He goes over untouched. And that is Champagne Rugby League there from the Gold Coast Titans.
This continues to be extraordinary. Down to the touchline, Travis.
Have I converted you guys? You going to come back?
Oh, I don't know that I could.
We've still got a play, you've got to catch.
Yeah, nice little set play there from the Titans. I think that one man down, a little bit extra space out there. Maybe it's a little bit easy to execute that. And Jojo Fafita, just reward. I think if Jaden Campbell kicks this, I'm calling it, the Titans will win. If he kicks it, there's still a few more events to happen, I reckon.
Wow, it's Travis Main's equivalent of game set bingo. Here's Campbell, 20 out, 10 in from the western touchline. I am hoping, Louis, that the plane is nowhere near as exciting as this game.
No, we'll be very motion sick.
Yeah, just want Barry Boro flight. Here's Campbell, moves in with a right boot, strikes it off the upright, no goal. It's still game on. He's 5 from 7. 12 the difference.
That was always going to happen.
38-26.
It's always going to hit the post there, Andrew.
I'm not ruling out extra time here yet. Are you?
No, but I feel like the Gold Coast Titans have been the better team.
I agree. Crowd, well, we've already done the crowd. 15,252. Thanks for listening. Around the grounds, New South Wales Cup, Canterbury Bankstown and West Magpies. West in front, 32-18. Queensland Women's Rugby League half-time, Ipswich 4, Burleigh 4. Queensland Cup second half, Townsville 64, PNG Hunters 0. Second half, Winner Manly 52, leading Ipswich 14. AFL final quarter, Hawthorn leading as there's a kick that's dropped by Saab, picked up now by the Gold Coast Titans as a short kick-off, and the Titans have it 24 metres out for their own goal line. It was recovered there by Keanu Kinney. Winner Manly 52, Ipswich 16. Final quarter AFL, Hawthorn 110 leading Richmond 40. First quarter, Western Bulldogs 13, Gold Coast 8. So the Suns are playing, are they? At the same time of Carrara. Now here's the Gold Coast up the middle, Kenny. He's collared by Olakauatu, too short of halfway. Plays the ball to Pascoe, goes left through hands. Campbell got the ball onto support, and now Gold Coast 34 out for the Manly line. Chris Randall, he plays the ball to Pascoe, back to the right foot, away to Farsua Malaawi. Right foot step away from Olakauatu, said the worst 100 pass you've ever seen. Then off the boot of Brimson, he dives on it, 6 more tackles, touched by Manly. Yeah, why not?
Who knew what he was doing there? It's Big Tino.
8 minutes to play. Gold Coast 38, Manly Ring at 26. Tell you what, if I lived up here, I'd be a season ticket holder. These games are crazy. Pascoe had a nubby half. He runs into Garrick and Fogarty. 8 out for the Manly line. 8 in from touch in the southeast corner. He's to his feet. Plays it and they spin it right. Campbell out the back to Farsua Malaawi. Then he links up. Zane Harrison to Kenny. Kenny lost it again. Picked up by Manly Walsh. He's going to be caught, Joey Walsh. Not Manly Walsh. Joey Walsh, 26 out for the Manly line. Still 7.5 to go. All played. Kohler goes right, Fogarty, Garrick, Olakauatu, meant for Saab, but the ball's touched in flight and knocked over the eastern touchline out there by Sami. So it's going to be Manly play the ball 27 out from their own line. 7 left, Louis. Gold Coast 38, Manly Ring at 26. Now remember, we were guessing how many more tries to be scored when there were 10.
Yeah, there's been 2 done.
There's been 12, yeah, so far in the game. Jake Trebojevic will play it inside the 30. You still confident about 4?
Yeah, well, mate.
Maybe 2 more?
Who knows with this game?
So Manly 13 short of halfway. Ball's played 20 in from the eastern touchline by Hetherington. They scooted within 4 of the halfway mark. Still very early in the tackle count. Now they come right to left. Jake Trebojevic away to Walsh. Double cutout pass to the left wing where Kohler is, and he's wrapped up 4 metres inside Gold Coast territory. He plays the ball now slowly to Bullimore. Comes right to Jake Trebojevic. Remember, Tom Trebojevic, a hamstring injury off the field midway through the first half. Manly 38 out for the Titans line. Simpkin goes right to Fogarty. He kicks it over the top, dropping back. Sami takes the catch over his shoulder. 8 out from his own line. Returns it into Garrick and Olakauatu. Beat Garrick. Didn't beat Hamoli. 18 out from the Gold Coast line. Now it comes right to a stepping Brimson. And AJ's tackle. 26 out from his own line. 6 minutes to go. Gold Coast 38, Manly 26. After the game, Travis Main will be out on the field with reaction. And Luke Lewis with his ABC Player of the Year points, and then off to Lang Park. Dolphins in North Queensland, what a beauty that should be. You'll hear it with Brett Sprigg, Billy Moore and Zane Bojack. Here's Fafita up the middle. He beat Bullimore, but now taken just short of halfway by Hetherington. Plays it, they go right Harrison, turns it into Kinney. He spins in the tackle, 9 metres in Manly's half. Last play Gold Coast, play to Pascoe. Goes left to Campbell. He kicks it across his body, working to his left to Mawadi with a catch. 10 out from his own line. Fermor leads the chase. Holds on one arm, and in comes Fafita as well. 17 out for the Manly line. 5 minutes 10 to go. And it's Gold Coast 38, Manly 26. Seagulls have it, Louis, right on their own 20.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day now, I feel like you can see both sides absolutely out on their feet. They're gassed, and they've got to keep throwing the ball around. Manly in particular to try and get some points, but the clock is right against them now.
Here's a run around between Olakauatu and Saab, and it's Saab standing in the tackle. 26 out from his own line. Played to Simpkin, short side right. Fogarty to Olakauatu, beat 1. They're going to pass down the right wing to Garrick. He's up over halfway, up over the 40, gets to the 30, steps past 1. Ball back to Fogarty, 25 out, spins it away down to Hamawadi, drag down. What a tackle, Randall, 14 out. Plays the ball to Fogarty. Long ball goes right to Simpkin. Have they got numbers? No, he turns it back on the inside. Hetherington. They had 117 on 2 out there. There's 2 players down in back play from the Gold Coast. They go right now, a stab kick. Getting there and dropping the ball on or about the goal line is Manly. How did they butcher that? Little stab kick, and Olakawatu couldn't ground it. The Titans survive, and Travis, there are 2 Gold Coast players back on Manly side of halfway.
I feel like all Manly had to do there was pass the ball, because both AJ Brimson and Philip Sami, the centre and winger from that side for the Titans, are down in back play. They can barely move. I don't know if they're cramping or what. Somehow they went for the grubber, and Olakawatu, we saw in Origin, he just can't get down that low to catch it.
Yeah, that's right. Here's Randall now for the Gold Coast. Trav caught 14 short of halfway. Dean Eremire in the bin for another 45 seconds for the Gold Coast. Another 2 minutes 40 for Josh Vellaty. So he'll only come back with about a minute to go. So Eremire's ready to come back on. Kinney over halfway. Goes left to Fasul Malaawi. Beat one now. Caught 38 out from the Manly line. Plays the ball to Pascoe or other Campbell. He sends it away centre field right to Sami. In midfield he's taken 24 out from the Manly line.
AJ's going to have to go for HIA.
Yeah. AJ, the signal comes from the trainer. So Brimson's done for the day. With 3 minutes and 10 seconds remaining. Gold Coast 38, Manly 26. Philip Sami's down with the trainer now. And tell you what, they're dropping like flies at the moment after the most extraordinary game. 7 tries to 5 for the Gold Coast, who led 28-14 at half-time. Remembering Manly led 10-0 after the opening 6 minutes. And now Sami's struggling to get to his feet. So more replacements are ready to come on for the Gold Coast. And this time, coming onto the field now looks to be Lachlan Ilias for the first time. 3 minutes left, replacing Brimson. Here's a kick from Campbell, meanwhile. And going up for Fafita with a catch. Short ball away to Paxton. He got along the ground to Mulweke. Fadawaka. He's able to score. Paxton another pass. Fadawaka scores a try. Oh, but it's a forward pass. He doesn't score. Cross it out, Louis. 3 minutes.
What he said, play on.
So did I initially. Gold Coast 38, Manly Ringa 26. There must have been a call from the touch judge, and Manly played 10 out from their own line.
Yeah, well, I heard him say play on. The ball goes a long line. How do you say that's forward? He can go backwards and bounce forward.
Here's Manly 18 out. Just keeps the game alive a little bit. Fogarty turns it in now for Manly. They have it. Now 28 out from their own line. They must score this set. The second plays the ball to Simpkins. Short side right to Olakawatu. Short ball away. Garrick to Saab. Look out. He put it on the toe. He picks it up again, but he was already out. Touch. His flag is up over on that eastern side. He ran over the touch line. Gold Coast will get the footy back. 2 minutes to go. Game, set, bingo. The Titans are going to win. Let's go to the touchline, Travis Main.
Oh, no one knows how to ruin a moment like a touch judge, do they? I don't know if he went out there.
He didn't.
That's got Jared Hayden shades all over from that Origin game.
How do you get that so wrong?
He stayed in.
What do they get paid for?
Do you know what the old cliche is, Louis? One job. You're a touch judge. Look at the touch line.
That'll do, mate.
Gold Coast 41 out. Pascoe goes left to Fadawaka. Well, I guess that's one thing we hadn't ticked off the bucket list yet for the day. Touch judge Jibber. 34 out. Fadawaka plays it to Pascoe. Goes left to Fasul Malaawi. He got a forward pass. No, they just can't quite ice it. There's only a minute 10 to go. And Manly Ringa will get a scrum feed on their own 30. This has been thoroughly enjoyable. I'd imagine the peeps not enjoying this are the Manly fans, because they're out of the 8 and they are sliding down in form and down the ladder. Josh Vellaty comes back onto the field for Manly from the sin bin. He was bin for a professional foul. 49 seconds to go. We're with you for 10 more minutes and off to Brisbane for Dolphins v Cowboys. So from the restart, Manly has it 31 out from its own line. The last set of the game, or it should be, Simpkin. Goes left to Walsh. Cut out pass this time. Kohler straight through. He's over halfway, the 40, the 30. Cross comes Kenny. Kohler beats Keanu Kenny. He's over to score. It can't be, can it? 20 seconds to go. Gold Coast 38. Manuringa 30. And just when you think the roller coaster's rolling to a stop, Wooshka, big turn to the right. And they're over to score. Kohler. 38-30 kick to come.
They still can't win. This is brilliant work here by Kohler. Really, it's just individual brilliance. Just Kohler gets the ball, comes off that left foot, and it's just a foot race, basically, to the try line. Keanu Kenny does a good job to try and get a bit of him. He just had to go in a little bit harder, but at speed, it's probably easier said than done. He's big, he's strong, Kohler, and holds his balance to get over the line. And there's 9 seconds left. And that is brilliant work there from Manly.
Yeah, time has expired, Travis Main, but not before a late heart flap.
What an afternoon. My head is spinning after that. What was it, 13 tries in the end?
Yes, 13.
13. Well, you got your money's worth here tonight, the 15,000 here. What an afternoon. And Manly, they're in a bit of trouble this season.
Now Jamal Fogarty from out near the touchline strikes it, likes it, kicks the goal for what it's worth. His 4th goal, and the full-time score ends up being 38 Gold Coast, 32 Manly. 38-32 to the Titans. How long have we got to go here? 9 minutes before we head to Link Park. So time for a few interviews with Travis. 7 tries for the Gold Coast, scored by Dean Eremiah in the 9th minute, Oliver Pascoe in the 17th and 28th, Jojo Fafita in the 34th minute, AJ Brimson in the 40th, Bo Fermor in the 58th, Fafita's second try in the 70th minute, Jaden Campbell 5 goals from 7 attempts, Eremiah Sinbind in the 68th minute and placed on report for a hip drop. 3 restarts for Manly. 32 points, tries to Tom Trebojevic in the 2nd minute, Jason Saab in the 6th and 23rd minutes, Hamoli Olakuatu in the 54th, Ruben Garrick in the 64th, and Talatau Kohler in the 80th. Jamal Fogarty, he ends up with 4 goals from 6 attempts. Josh Felaty sin bin for a professional foul in the 69th minute. 1 successful, 1 unsuccessful challenge, 2 restarts. Now the penalties 4-1 to the Gold Coast. The crowd 15,252. At half-time, Gold Coast 28 led Manly 14. Full-time Titans 38, Manly 32. Let's go to you in the field, Travis Main.
Yeah, I'm here with Jaden Campbell, the Titans 5'8". JC, hell of an afternoon here. What'd you make of that one?
Yeah, it was really good to get the win. We were very close last week, and we learnt a few lessons from that. First half didn't go, even though we were leading, we didn't play how we wanted to play. We were just lucky that some footy come off, but really happy to come away with a win tonight.
What did you think at the start? You were down 10-0 after about 5 or 6 minutes. What was sort of the feeling out there?
Look, we've been in that position before. We didn't want to panic or anything like that. We knew that our footy would, help us get out of that hole, and that's what we did. We threw the ball around a little bit, we ended up scoring a few tries and then getting back into the game, and just flowed on from there.
You've been close a fair bit recently. You had that good win against Penrith, then close loss down in Melbourne there last week. Did you feel like this has been building and you just needed a bit of a reward?
100%. A lot of games this year that we haven't won, haven't got the result. We've been really close. I hate losing, but I can feel with our football that we're getting so much better, and we're going to keep building off that.
Ollie Pascoe, tell me a bit about him. His rookie season, he's come from nowhere. Incredible out there today.
Yeah, Joe was someone, he's nicknamed Joe, so he's someone that we wanted at the club. His character, how hard he trains, how hard he plays, his passion. Trying to get a lot of boys like him around us at the club, and I'm so happy for him. He works so hard. Me and him have a really good friendship, and I'm just so happy how he's playing.
What's the Joe about? Can you fill us in?
Nah, just the boys call him Joey Legs, Kangaroo Jack. The boys just call him Joey Legs.
I'm not sure if you won back-to-back games this year. Have you got an opportunity next week, the Dragons down there?
Yeah, 100%. Dragons been playing really well the last few weeks. They're a bit like us at the bottom of the ladder, but they've been playing some good football. So it's going to be a hard game down there, but it's a good chance for us to go back-to-back.
Well, thanks for joining us, Jaden.
Thanks, Travis.
Yeah, that's Jaden Campbell with Travis Main down there on the field after an incredible game of footy. Gold Coast 38 defeated Manly Warringah 32. We've got time for another one, Trav, too, and then we'll get Louis' ABC Player of the Year points. But tell you what, Lou, if you come to the footy for entertainment, you got that here today.
Oh, absolutely. 70 points in an 8-minute game with some outstanding tries, beautiful skills, some great shots, had a bit of everything, and it just did not stop. So what an awesome game to call.
There were so many thrills along the way, weren't there?
Oh, there was. And at that start, it could have been anything too. I thought Manly were going to flog them at the start, and then they just worked their way back into the game. And I tell you what, some great performances.
Even the mistakes weren't just mistakes; they were absolutely mind-boggling. Jamal Fogarty against his old team. The Manly halfback is with Travis Main now.
Yeah, Jamal, tough afternoon out here. There was plenty happening. What did you make of that one?
Yeah, it was scrappy, mate. I think when you come up here, everyone gets excited because of the sun, how good the pitch is considering all the rain they've had up the last couple of weeks. So, I think our own errors killed us. And when you give the Titans with their spine and with their go forward in the middle, a little bit of football, they're going to make you pay. And that's just a simple story today. We turned it over, they'll score. Turn it over, they'll score again. So we just weren't resilient enough, but to their credit, they took their opportunities too.
Hot start. You led 12-0 after 5 minutes. Did it happen a bit too easily, or what do you think?
No, it definitely didn't happen too easily. We spoke about starting fast and completing the ball and holding it and all that kind of stuff, and then we just went downhill after that. Like, we just didn't respect the ball enough. It's pretty simple.
There's been a few losses over the past month. Or where do you think the club's situated at the moment? You're starting to get a little bit worried?
No, we're not getting worried, mate. We know what type of talent we have in our roster, and for us, it's just working on those little 1%ers, mate. And Foz drives that every single week, and it's up to us as individual players, but also up to us as a group to really hone in on those skills. Like, too many drop balls, just simple dropping passes, dropping balls into contact. That's just on the individual, mate. So, we still got plenty to play for. We know that. We just got to stick tight, and when things are going good, everyone's enjoying us, and when we're going through a tough patch like now, we just got to stick together because we know what we got.
Disappointing to lose Tommy again, obviously. You feel for him?
Yeah, mate. Like, I'm generally so gutted for him. I've never seen someone so professional. Like, the amount of hours that he puts into his body before the day of training. I'll come see in a sec. Like, he's in there 90 minutes before training, physio, massage, doing extras in the gym, just non-stop after field sessions. So to see him go down again, like it's really disheartening for me. But I'm sure that he's been through it so many times. He knows what he's got to do.
Your old stomping ground, does it hurt a little bit more losing here, or?
No, not really, mate. Like, every loss hurts, you know what I mean? So I always love coming back here. Obviously, my mum and dad and siblings and their kids can come, so I love that part of it. And like I said, it's a great place to come play footy. It's probably one of my favourite stadiums to play at. Like, it's nice and close. It's always sunny. It's a fast track. So if you don't get excited to play footy up here, you're kidding yourself. But yeah, obviously a disappointing loss too.
Right, thanks for it, Jamal.
Yeah, there's Travis Main with Jamal Fogarty. All right, we've only got 90 seconds left. Tom, by the way, says on the text line, how would your ticket cope? If you're a Titans season ticket holder, Andrew, I'm barely coping with the excitement of the call. Yeah, I don't know either. Louis, what about your ABC Player of the Year points after that 80 minutes of madness?
No, I couldn't go past Pascoe for 3. I thought he was brilliant in number 9. He got injured and he just hung in there as well. He was absolutely amazing. I went for Fasul Malaawi for 2. I thought he had his best game in the Gold Coast Titans, for the Gold Coast Titans, I suppose, this year, but absolutely amazing, especially that first 30 minutes was really, really good. And I went Jaden Campbell for 1. I thought his control, his kicking game and some of his ball skills out wide were brilliant.
Bronson, who lives on the Gold Coast, said, my 3-2-1, 3 to Pascoe, tick, 2 to Tino, tick, but he went 1 for AJ Brinson in his own. But 3 points officially to Pascoe, 2 to Fasul Malaawi, 1 to Jaden Campbell. Louis, that's been great fun, mate. We're going to now be stressed about trying to get a cab to the airport. Good luck.
Well, there's any around, man. Listen, and they can come pick us up.
Yes, please do. Thanks, Travis. Great job, mate. Nice to work with you. And appreciate being on the roller coaster with you, Travis Main, for the Courier Mail. All right, that just about takes us out from here. Thank you to Aussie Bob, who's popped in for an appearance today, our man of sound here on the Gold Coast. Good on you, Rob Apoloni. Thank you to Renelle Moa back in the studio, our producer Ralph Tucker, and Johnny Gibbs joining us a little bit earlier on. That was an incredible day. Gold Coast has beaten Manly Warringah, and the seriousness of the loss for Manly will no doubt be discussed in more detail after the game, and on NRL Monday tomorrow night from 6:30. Co-host will be Michael Carianis with me. Let's get to Lang Park. Brett Sprigg, beat that.
Oh, it'll be tough. A game to close out round 20 here at the Cauldron, but it also could be a real shaper of this top 8 as well, Maury. History beckons for the Dolphins looking to make their first finals push of their short NRL history. They had the wrong kind of history last week, didn't they, with that biggest and worst loss, 66-0 at the hands of the Sharks at home. Defence is paramount to Christian Wolf's side's improvement this afternoon in dry conditions for now, overcast but staying dry, and of course they're against the Cowboys, who are prone to attack. They had the arm wrestle with Manly Warringah last week at Brookvale and prevailed in Golden Point, and after back-to-back wins they are buoyed further by the return of their co-captain and halfback Tom Dearden, back for the first time since round 10. So the stage is set here for our final game of round 20, which is just a few moments away. Your text remain welcome across the rest of the evening. 0467 920 222. The great former Bear, Maroon and Kangaroo Billy Moore is here alongside me. And Billy, the crowd is still building to what might be an impressive number.
G'day, Spring. Hello to our wonderful listeners. Yeah, it's going to be big. 40,000. They're piling in to what will be a great game. You touched on last week the Dolphins were beyond terrible and they paid a heavy price. And for the Cowboys, one of their great wins of the season 2026 to beat Manly, even though Manly just lost again.
Well, the context now is that side's now lost 4 of their past 5, the Sea Eagles, but
and it was at Brookvale, so it was a great win for the boys from Townsville. But this game offers so much. How good are some of the matchups? I look at the back fives from both sides. Drinkwater, Burns, Labour, Chester, Talangi for the Cowboys. Strike power up against Hammer, Azarko, Farnworth, Cobbo, Nafahu.
Well, the Fahu's going to start now on the wing. Cobbo goes from wing to centre, but having Cobbo and Hammer back after Origin, it'll be a very different sort of prospect to last week's side.
100%. They looked a bit jaded, looked a bit tired. Max Platt got hurt early. Flegler, to me, was just a little bit off. So they will be actually at a bit of soul searching. Christian Wolf would have made them say to themselves, aim up, you guys need to turn up here at this ground with a big crowd, because you touch on the fact this is their chance to almost crystallise that first appearance in finals footy. They're 10-7, both sides 10-7. You need 12, or you need 12 wins to make the finals.
It's only around 20, but dare I say it does have that finals-like pressure based on where these two teams are situated on the ladder. Let's get a feel for things on the sideline. Zane Bojack is there. G'day, Zano.
It's a fantastic amphitheatre, and why wouldn't it be for a Queensland derby? As you said, upwards of 40,000 for today's game, where the Dolphins have won their last 5 at this venue, but of course coming to this game having lost their last 2, including last week's flogging. Whereas the Cowboys, they've won their last 2, and they are really trying to rectify the fact they've lost their last 4 against the Dolphins. One thing I'm interested about, guys, it's 21 degrees, dry football, but there are wind gusts upwards of about 51k an hour, and the Cowboys have brought Tom Dearden in with that, coming off that ankle injury, and have put Jay Clifford out onto the bench. He is critical to their kicking game. I think kicking's going to be very, very important for both sides, and of course Noah Sarko for the Dolphins. Interesting today, what's going to happen? I think the battle that we need to watch is Tom Flegler versus Jason Tomalolo. One's a Tongan superstar, the other bloke has been part of that Queensland front row. Can't wait for the battle. There's red and white and blue, gold and white everywhere. Can't wait for this battle. Let's bring it on.
A lot of guys as well with a history of being former Cowboys. The Dolphins have a lot of those guys. Flegler was Townsville born, but came through the Cairns system, and you got guys like Tom Gilbert, of course, the Hammer himself, Fino Fuiaki, Lemuelu, Francis Molo, all former Cowboys out there for the Dolphins. So can't wait to see how it all goes here. The Cowboys come out first. Their fullback is the hero last week, Scott Drinkwater. Wingers Braden Burns and Murray Taulagi. Centres Zach Labour and Tom Chester. 5'8" in his 50th game, Jackson Purdue. Halfback is their co-captain Tom Dearden. Lock is the other co-captain Ruben Cotter. Back row is Lukey and Nane. Props Griffin Neem, who starts tonight, and Jason Tamalolo. And hooker is Reid Marnie. Bench is Clifford, Luke, Lodge, Hess, McIntyre and Ethan King. Pump this up for me. I love this.
It's gold.
Out come the Finns. Fullback is Hanaso Tabuaifido. Wingers Raina Sarko and Tavita Nafahu. Centres Herbie Farnworth and Selwyn Cobbo. 5'8 Nikarima. Halfback Schneider. Lock Morgan Knowles. Back rowers Lemuelu and Fede Furiaki. Props Flegler and Molo. Hooker Marshall King. Bench Donahue, Platt, Gilbert, Kafusi, Sebastian Silla and John Fidianganolfo. Our referee is Grant Atkins. Our touchies are John Stone and Nick Pelgrave with Chris Bucky Butler in the bunker. Who's your tip, Billy Moore?
I'm going the Finns at home to raise last week's horrible performance. I just think with a few of their big guns back, that'll steady the ship. I know Katoa's not there in the number 7.